Oh, I thought I updated that. That's not right. Weird. Hold up, that should be fine now. Alright, we should be good now. I just don't know why that was like that. 1 second here. Give me a second. Welcome back to the YouTube/Twitch live stream. We're doing a PC build. We're upgrading a customer's PC today. He's having some issues in it, so he messaged me today, so we're helping him out. What is up, Buster? How you doing today, man? Give me a quick second here. I'm going to send this to this guy so he knows we're live right now. And then we'll get started here. I was messing around with some stuff, and of course, for some reason, this OBS plugin I've been using has been amazing for what I'm doing work-wise, but it has been very, very buggy with some weird things. Like today, it's been very weird with PNGs. I'm not too sure why that's the case, but it just is, unfortunately. And it just has to be like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying, man? It's annoying. Anyways, though, tired but okay. What's the budget? So the budget is, right now, he's got a 5070. Here, let me show you guys. Right side. It's not enabled. I'll fix it later. So he's got a 5070. We're upgrading to. He's going from, what is it? He has messages right here. Let me pull the messages. He went from, 10700K. He's going to go to the 14700K, 4060 to 4050 5070 Ti. And of course, he's going to DDR5 platform, which will be nice. So this will be a big upgrade for him. So the budget really is kind of like what we got, you know what I'm saying? So I'll have all the parts linked down below at the end of the stream. I just wasn't able to set everything up because this guy wants to have this done by today so he can use it for work tomorrow. And what is this weird background noise? Is this an audio bug? Fun. Not too sure where this audio bug's coming from. I will have to look into that later, but I am not too worried about that right now. Anyways, though, I'm going to get some music in the background going so I can actually get started on this. And then I'm going to grab my screwdriver real quick here. I don't probably need anything else, but I'll grab my other screwdriver just in case. I don't think I'll have to clean anything, but I'll grab some thermal paste and some other stuff too. Never be safe, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, though, let me go full screen this chat. So, yeah. Okay, pop out that, full screen it, and then what I'll do here, pop that down like so. Okay. We are chilling. Oh, my day's been so nice though. It's been quiet. I went in today to work for the company I usually do, and they actually had what was it? They were trying to upgrade some of their stuff in the back in the electrical room and like just mess around with their cables and stuff. So I had to help them sort out the cable situation because they did not like it. So they paid me for 2 hours just to go mess with cables. So, hey man, I don't mind fixing stuff. I'll take it. It's like free money at the end of the day. That is a dirty dust filter. I'll have to clean that later. Oh, let's see what case do we got here. Let's get everything inside of his case. Is there a button on the back? No, it looks to be a pop-out design. It's one of those kind of cases where I have to pop out it. That took a little bit of effort. It's in a weird spot. That had like no grip at all. Okay. We got all his mounting mechanisms. We got his cooler. He's got a 360 cooler. It seems like it's been partially cable managed. Like the cable management back here is a bit of a mess. So I am have to organize some stuff. Oh, I'm looking forward to later here though, chat. I got some other stuff going on. I'm going to be streaming some Apex Ranked later tonight, which will be nice. But I was supposed to do that earlier, but I was not able to because I had the company thing, then I had a customer reach out. So now the next thing is like, what is after that? After Apex Ranked, I got to help my brother with his model, collect some data for what's it called? Oh yeah, for his LLM, or not LLM, is like, what's it called? Behavior model, behavior cloning model. So that'll be fun. Probably have to uninstall this cooler now I'm thinking about it. How deep is this thing though set up? Okay, let's take a closer look at the back. Let's put that there. Okay, what we got? The other dose filter set to his side too. So let's take a look at this GPU. I want to take a look at this because I just realized if he doesn't have the 16 pin connected, this might be a problem. Okay. Well, here we go. Let me show you guys this. Yeah, here we go, boys. 5070 unboxing. Ooh, gigabyte card. Ooh, there it is. 5070 yourself. It's a beauty, isn't she? Put that down right there. Just carefully pull this on out. So, the WindForce card. Yeah, Gigabyte WindForce. It's a good looking card though. I will just quickly say, like, he picked a good GPU. It's also one of the cheaper models too. So, that'll be nice. Set you down right there. Yo, what's up, Tusk? You doing good today, man? It is Tusk, right? Or no, it's Task. Day going good, bro? Got some Corsair Vengeance memory. Nice. It is 32 gigabytes of 6,000 megahertz. Good kit. Unfortunately, Corsair has left the market, but like, this is still good RAM, you know what I'm saying? Okay, and then we got some thermal paste. This is some thermal take. Thermal Grizzly, actually, not thermal take. And we got the motherboard in here. Yeah, it looks like he was doing quite a bit with it. Let's this one out. Looks like he got pretty far with it. Okay, I want to take a closer look at this. He's got a, okay, he picked a weird spot to install his SSD. So we got, of course, nice motherboard, Z790, Sabrent SSD 1 terabyte, 14700K, overall great build. I'm gonna have to modify some stuff though because his SSD is not the best spot possible for performance. So I'm going to have to fix that. So let me do the following real quick here. Yeah, the audio is fine, man. You're chilling? No audio? No, there's audio. Wilma or Tani, whatever your name is. I'm gonna butcher that stuff so bad. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, there's audio. Yeah, okay. If there's audio issues, just let me know, chat, because like everything was fine when I tested it before the stream. I know my OBS has been bugging just because they have been messing with this plugin, and this plugin has been having some issues. But it works amazing for what I want to do. Hold up. I'm also, before I'm gonna forget, I need to start recording in the background with this so I can actually, what's the word? Use the footage for a different video. I'll make sure all the cameras are enabled. Cool, 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 cool. I am gonna, this file is gonna be massive once I'm done. Alright, cool, we're good. Alright, and I'm recording all camera angles, working now, bet. Let's see, I gotta grab that small screwdriver real quick here. So the plan for today's stream is we got a customer who wants to upgrade the PC. They're going from a 10700K to a 14700K, and on top of that too, from a 4060 to 5070 Ti. So they wanted to get this upgraded by today, chat, because he's doing some work with it, and of course, he needs it by tomorrow. So that's the plan. Now, if I can find one of my screwdrivers, we'll be chilling. I'm gonna probably just do that then. Whatever. I should be able to use this one right here and be fine. I'm gonna fix his SSD situation first. Yeah, pull you on out. This is probably his boot drive. The top drive is like the one spot he didn't have installed. He had in the second DIMM slot, because the important thing to keep in mind about this actual motherboard, it doesn't support like Gen 5 speeds. And so like if you use this bottom slot here, it only runs at Gen 4 speeds, while the top one runs at Gen 5 speeds. So we're going to install the top one here. And of course, I need to find this piece right here for the 2280 slot. Should be in the motherboard box though. As long as it's in here, we're chilling. Found it. Found a little package right here. Has like a little screw mounting for the SSD and also a little mounting screw on top of it. Left side cam, overhead, ping. There we go. Yeah, 3090 is much better. Yeah, 3090 is a good GPU, bro. I honestly, I'm so glad I upgraded from a 2080 Super to 3090 for a bit there. I'm gonna grab my knife real quick. Because honestly, that GPU is just so good. Like, if I was not pushing my PC to its absolute limit when it comes to video encoding, I would have probably kept my 3090. Were you able to get a deal on a 3090, bro, or you just have a 3090? Yeah, it really is, yeah. You're living my dream, man. What you have is greater than nothing. Keep going. Love your PCs. Hope I build my own one. I think you got it, man. One day you'll build your own PC and you'll appreciate it. Most people start off by buying a pre-build. Then after they buy a pre-build, they usually hire somebody else to do it, build their next PC, or they build it themselves if they have the confidence. So you have the confidence to build your PC, you're an absolute legend. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is I gotta install this one first. I could probably get my little camera for close-up shots. Where's my DJI camera at? It's my bag here. I could just use my phone, but I'd rather use my DJI camera for this. It's unfortunate I can't record my DJI camera directly onto my computer, because if I could, that'd be awesome. You know what I'm saying? I just know when I'm done recording later here, chat, with the source file, oh my god, it's gonna be like 100, 200 gigs, I think. Because this OBS plugin I have allows me to record all my camera angles in one video file. But the file gets massive. And I mean like massive. So it's not particularly the funnest thing in the world. Yeah, I have a 3090 and an Astral 5080 and a Zotac 5099. So you are chilling, man. You are vibing then for quite a while. Yeah. So before I do anything, I just want to make sure, like, I want to see this. So that. Okay, so it is this one right here. That's the one we got to install the SSD mount thing into. Okay. Take this little mounting thing and screw this one down. This part's always annoying. It's annoying that this part wasn't already pre-assembled by Asus, because like it's just weird how budget boards like this don't have it automatically pre-assembled. So take the small tube over a big tube. We're gonna line it on in with the slot and a 45-degree angle. Wiggle it on down. Then we're gonna push this on down and get the screw and screw it on down into place. I won't probably be able to record this because I need two hands for this. Yeah. DDR5 RAM, yeah. New Goon machine. Oh my god, you crazy Pandex. Nah, bro. That's all you, bro. I don't know, you're sus. Like, hey man, I store stuff on my NAS, but nothing super sus. You know what I'm saying? Like, just documents. Homework folder. Having a PC just for that stuff, though, is wild. What a pain in the butt, though. This is going to be a minute. I really do hate installing M.2 screws. It's just annoying. Just because, like, they're unnecessarily difficult. Bro. Oh, perfect. There we go. Awesome. Okay, SSD installed, and now I'm going to put this mount thing back in. It looks like you already removed the peel. There's usually a peel right here. So, oh, never mind. It's not removed yet. Good thing I double checked because I didn't feel anything. Actually, wait, is it? Huh. I guess you removed the peel already. Okay, weird. Wait, is this for a completely different thing altogether? I think this is for a completely different motherboard. Okay. Let me do the following. I want to move this. Move this case. A little bit more space to work with. Yeah, I built my PC computer before the RAM crisis. 32 gigabytes of DDR5 memory in 2022, by the way. Nice. That's good, man. Dude, if you build your PC in October this year, October last year, let me rephrase that. You are, like, a winner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just built at the best possible time. Like, all my customers who built then are so happy. Because, like, they don't have to deal with all this BS now of building a PC because the RAM prices are absolutely absurd. Like, it's crazy that, like, a budget GPU is the same price as 32 gigabytes of RAM. That is absolutely wild to think about, to the very least. I'm just glad I bought a bunch of RAM. Like, I bought a bunch of RAM for customers, for people who want to build PCs with me. To be honest with you, I've already sold all of it. Because what happens is I have customers who build PCs, and yeah, just to say the very least. Yeah. Also, I got to figure out the whole cooler situation on this one. I'm not going to do this immediately. This is going to be a pain. I'm going to install this RAM quick here. Okay, let me grab these kits. Beautiful dims. Look at these dims. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so nice. Hold up. I think I got to update this camera. Yeah, I'll grab just a different camera for you guys to show you what I'm talking about. Right side. Where's my right side camera? Right side cam. Oh, it's not even enabled. Hold up. Add source. Add input source. Add existing. Is it this one? Is it 3? Yeah, 3. Look at this. Corsair cooked. Not Corsair. Crucial cooked with these RAM sticks. Just suck they left the market. They're super clean though. You know what I'm saying? Just unfortunate. Like, yeah. Yeah, I have a 12900K 4070 when my Strix 3080 died while playing a game. Not even hard to run games. Oh, nice. Yeah. I built my dad PC with a 12900K, and that CPU is phenomenal. Like, awesome. What are we building? We are upgrading a PC for our customer mints. They're going from a 10700K to a 14700K and a 4060 to 5070 Ti. This PC is going to be awesome when it's done. No. Yeah. The 12900K, that was just a good CPU. Like, honestly, my opinion is 12900K was the best last CPU from Intel. You cannot tell me otherwise. Like, the CPUs, I think that were the GOATs from Intel. 12900K. Was it 12600KF? That one's awesome. I had a customer recently I helped fix his PC. He was having some issues with stability reasons. And long story short, 3 RAM sticks, not on the right 3 slots. Like, he installed it in like 1, 2, and 4, not 2, 3, and 4. So I fixed his PC. I got it from like 100 FPS, 120 FPS, to 160 FPS. That's saying something because it's stability reasons. But I also installed his like 3rd stick and told him like, hey man, you should just sell this because like it's just gonna cause you more issues than the benefit of having more RAM. Yeah, I'm in New Zealand, and when I upgraded my motherboard, CPU, and RAM before, it cost like $249. At 32 gigabytes, 64 gigabytes CL36, nice. And now the same kit is like $900, $980. Yeah, no, it's crazy, dude. My brother legit bought a RAM kit for, was it $285? 96 gigabytes of RAM. Now that kit is going for $1,200, which is absurd, to say the very least. So let me end this recording and start this recording again for this one. Just the whole RAM situation is absolutely atrocious. So now that we got the SSD fixed, we got the CPU all good because he's already pre-installed. We're going to install the RAM here. So we're going to take the small tooth, line up with the tooth on the actual motherboard here. So we're installing the 2 and 4 slots, and we have it already opened here. And then we're just going to line this up like so. Yeah. Push it from the back side here, line it on up. I'll push it down the back side first. Oh, hold up. A second here. Oh, that's why. I had it lined up the right way. I didn't have it lined up the right way. So we're going to just take the RAM stick, line up like so, push it on in one side. From there, we're going to line up the other side here, push it from the bottom. Clicks in place, same thing on top. Perfect. We're going to do the exact same thing with our 4 slot. Line on up with the actual tooth. And once I have this line up here, this part's always annoying, get these tooths in. I'm just going to do a top-down angle shot for this last one. This last one's annoying. Oh man, sometimes these things can be just annoying. Sometimes things just want to slide into place and other times don't. I really do hate the RAM slots where like one side's closed because it's way more difficult to install. Also, I feel like I had more issues with these slots going bad over time than actually normal DIMM slots. But with that, we got SSD, CPU, and RAM installed. The next thing is setting up the cooler and prepping this for the actual case. So take care of that next here. Turn off my camera for timing. Worst case scenario, I just don't turn this into a YouTube video because I'm trying to think of like what I want to do, chat. Do I want to turn this into a YouTube video for my tech channel? Probably won't. But I'll probably turn this maybe into a YouTube video for my work channel because I have a work channel for my company. And so I've been noticing on YouTube a lot recently that a lot of people just kind of love watching those videos where they watch people at work doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So I've been trying to make a channel like that that's much more real. So that's been a big thing I've been working on. Luckily, I do not need my alcohol wipes. I thought I was going to have to clean something. Looks like I don't have to deal with that, though, thankfully. Do I need to uninstall this cooler before I can install the anything else? Probably. I'll install the cooler real quick. Shouldn't take me too long. The worst part about doing PC upgrades and fixes, if I'm not the one building the PC, if I'm not the original person who built it, it's a hassle, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to figure out how everything works. It's like dissecting a human body. Not like dissecting a human body, I should say more like, oh yeah, building a sandwich. You don't know how the sandwich was layered, so you don't know the correct pattern it does in reverse. So I have to figure out how everything was layered with the PC. And from there I can adjust everything as so. I also could just use that mixing. I have a mixing, I'm pretty sure. It works with top-down angles. I'm surprised I don't use that. Also, these are some small screws for the M.2. Oh yeah, perfect. I can just do that. I completely forgot I even had that scene available to me. Fix my music right here. I got a bad track. I just know it's nice though, chat. My brother's been doing a whole lot of testing this model thing for his cloning behavior model. He wants to be able to make this so his PC can play Pokemon AZ for himself, so it can shiny hunt for him. And so the whole objective with it right now is collecting data for it to understand different scenarios and things to do. So once he's able to make it do all the main stuff, then I'll do the last thing, which is setting it up the shiny hunt for him. Like there's other ways of shiny hunting that are cheaper, easier to do, but he wants to be able to like have a fully automated system. And I think it's kind of funny. So he literally's been paying me to play Pokemon for him to collect data, because it's just like collecting data for our behavior model takes a lot of data. So that's what I've been primarily doing for him. Actually, I'm going to end my recording real quick here, so I don't record like hundreds of gigabytes of files recording. I can just go through the wall later. Yeah, the whole recording itself was like 40 gigs right there. Like if I actually planned out the stuff I did, that'd be good. You know what I'm saying? I got a decent amount of footage throughout the rep for the start of the stream, so like I can take the footage how I want and adjust it as I want to do. But then again, I'm also not too sure what I'm exactly going to do here, because like keep in mind, this is like one of those customers that want same day, and usually if it's same day, it's harder for me to make content with it. Usually it's just better off for me to just stream the build, lock in, hang out with you guys, and just chill and chat, instead of trying to make something out of it later. And this one's screwing its dream of holding the whole cooler up. I've been surprised though, it's been raining all day, which is not bad, just kind of annoying. Yeah, what are you plugged into? Is there a fan hub back here? See this? Okay, I see that. Is this part of the cooler too? What am I looking at here? Something caught here? What is this? Weird. So I gotta go fishing here just to get everything undone. Oh, those cable straps are here. There we go. Okay, this is the same thing, good to know. Where's this last one at? This must be this one. Wait, are these all the same thing? Hold up. Oh, maybe not. SATA power? No. I found our culprit. Perfect. Okay, got the cooler. I want to start this from scratch for this one. Next thing I need to do is remove this rear fan. Case cables are the worst enemy. Yeah, dude, it's such a hassle. Does anyone else have use any XT components or peripherals? Not really. I'm not gonna lie. How do you say your name? Extremo or Casio? I'm probably say your name wrong. I'm sorry ahead of time, brother. NZXT kind of fell off. Like, they still have good coolers, don't get me wrong, but most people who have NZXT stuff is kind of just like from when they were like hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people I know still buy the NZXT stuff, but I don't think it's very heavily focused anymore. Alright, so here's our 16 pin. Fun. Okay. Honestly, I kind of want to like uninstall everything from this case and do everything from scratch. Do I do that, chat? I think it'd look better long term. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna literally dissect this whole thing and start from scratch. Is it gonna be a waste of time? Yes. But is it gonna look good afterward? Absolutely. Also, let me control things too. Also, what the hell is going on with this screw? Oh, it's just like weird. Dude, you know this PC's been used a lot? This guy's PC is yellowed. Like, his power supply is yellowed. And if it's yellowed, it means it collected a lot of dust. It's been used for a long time. So my bro has been like cooking with this PC for work. The motherboard I'm running with the 14700K on Tough, giving Z90 Plus. Yeah. The Z790 Plus is nice. This is a good board. It has, what's it called? 116 by slot. Actually, let me hold up and pull closer if you guys can see. 16 by slot. Nice slot here. Another 16 by slot. I think this is by 1, and this one's by 4. I think it's either this one or this one's by 4. But the other ones are really just by 1. So if you're using a capture card, it can be good. But if I'm not correct about this, then something else could be me just wrong. So if I'm wrong, then yeah, feel free to correct me. But I'm pretty sure this motherboard I looked at multiple times over. I'm over here trying to figure out where this cable's going. Okay, there we go. I got him. damn, this case is zip tied up. God damn. Hold up, where's my knife? There's so many zip ties. All right, hold up. I'm gonna have to get some scissors because my knife is not gonna cut it. Get it? Not gonna cut it. Eh? I bet. Jokes aside. It's gonna make it a little bit easy for me. I have to go fishing. All right. I think I found the last cable. Are you stuck in there? Or are you like, what am I looking at? And then the zip tie right there. Why there's so many zip ties, chat? Perfect. My biggest concern with zip ties is I hate zip ties because it's always concern I'm going to cut something. I'm going to cut the zip tie plus something else. That's my biggest concern. So I have to be very careful. Okay, let's take a quick lander at this. What we got here, chat? So we know for a fact we got a 5070. So we're going to 100% be using 2 8-pins. So I'm going to actually unplug all the other stuff we don't need. So CPU 8-pin. Hello, where you at? And there's only one on here, so I guess, yeah, I don't need to do that. What the? There's a CPU 8-pin with 2 connections? I've never seen this before. Okay, well, that's going to look really jank. I'll make this pretty. I'll make this work somehow. Also, the power supply is a Xiaomi Black Coal 7050 watt. What's the rating? 80 plus gold. It's got a white sticker, though. Interesting. Alright. Okay, let me put, this is, oh, he's actually got the 16-pin connection, so I don't need the adapter. Cool. Interesting. I've never seen this before. Look at this. Look at this, chat. This is a 8-pin for the power supply for the CPU, but it has 2 8-pin connections for the CPU. I'm pretty sure I've seen this before, but I've never seen, usually it's 2 individual cables, I find. So I've never seen one where it's exactly like this, where it's 2 of them. The one. Are those Lean Leaf fans? Looks to be Infinity, yeah. Looks to be the case. I'm not too sure because exact fans. Like half the specs I'm like not too sure about, bro. Yeah, do you think LGA700 needs a custom bracket like AM5? Nah. Like they could, if you want to buy one, go for it. I'm gonna be honest with you, buying a custom bracket for your PC doesn't make much sense. Like you can do it if you want better cooling, but like honestly, my personal opinion, it's not really like worth the investment. You know what I'm saying? Like you can spend 16, 15 bucks or $8 on it, but you don't really necessarily need it. You know what I'm saying? 24 pin. Oh, let's see. Figure this one out. Why does he have a SATA power? Like usually it's for the fans, but I don't see a single fan connection, so using SATA power. Oh, interesting. What the frick? That's jank. Okay, so like pretty much all the cables are here, just like gonna be weird. Front panel connection. We got this. What is this for? Fan hub? Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, I gotcha. I getcha. Okay. I could probably just install the motherboard right now and have no issue with it. I might just do that. Yeah. Task, check out the Thermalright. They have very close to Lean ones. Yeah, no. By the way, chat, if you guys want good fans, Thermalright has some really good bundle fans. Here, I can show you what I'm talking about. I had a customer who was trying to build a PC with a really nice build. And what's it called? Part list here. Here it is. You can buy really nice fans. Hold on, I'm trying to find it here. Gaming PC. Where's it at? There you go. So you can buy some nice fan combos like this one here. This is not the best scene to show you guys what I'm talking about. Full gameplay. Here you go. So you can buy some really nice fans. Like this is one here you can buy. Like 5-pack RTX fans. If you really want to. You get some Thermalright 5-pack fans. Like for, I think it was like 20 bucks I last checked. It was like 16 at one point. But yeah, you're talking about the same ones. We're talking about these ones right here. This is so good. 5-pack ARGB connect. I think it's RGB actually. But like, they're really clean. Like lean, don't get me wrong, it's cool. But honestly, if you can go for something cheap like this, is fine. And most cheap budget cases now have like a fan hub that you can use to connect it with it. So, yeah. Like doing AR RGB stuff is really cheap now if you know what you're looking for. Also, let me switch my music while I'm on it too. There we go, we're chilling. Okay, did I miss anything else from you guys in chat? I just don't like the Thermalright AIO pumps, they're too loud. I know Thermalright hasn't had great pumps. I have heard things about that. Like, I hear a lot of stuff with a lot of customers about different things, and that was one thing I heard about. It's not very common though. Like, it's the thing I hear about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hear a lot though. Make sure I grab all these screws and not lose any one of them because that'd be a pain in the butt to find later. You'd be surprised at how often I have to find screws in the studio. Like, dude, when I vacuum my studio and clean it up in the evening, oh my gosh, man, the amount of screws and shit is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what do we got here? We got 2 of them. What are we looking at here? I got this bracket thing. All right, found it. And so this IO shield real quick here. Bring this part in will be the big thing. By the way, I don't like PCK motherboards without the no IO shield built on. Like, don't get me wrong. Installing an IO shield isn't difficult, it's just a pain. Especially with cheap cases, because cheap cases have cheap metal. And installing an IO shield in a cheap metal case is like really difficult. Because the metal wants to fight you, because it's not like good metal. It bends. You know what I'm saying? I'm hopefully making some sense by saying that. Because it's just not fun. Alright, let me set these screws aside. Put them on the RAM thing. Yeah, they have older versions of the M12 S, yeah. So those screws there on my desk here. I find it so funny. I legit have this monitor right here, like right there's a monitor, and I'm not using it. So I legit just have that there, just chilling. Huh, weird. Just stick the USB-C connection down the bottom. Second grommet down because it just makes more sense there. The most annoying part about this will be just getting this motherboard in without having to fight the cables. And I'd rather not get a cable caught under because it'd be a pain in the butt later. Like, I have to uninstall the board just to install a cable. See, this is the thing I'm talking about. These stupid cables, bro. Perfect. Is this the right socket? Hold up. Or does it just look jank? I think it just looks jank. What am I fighting right now? Am I legit just fighting the IO shield? I think I'm legitimately just fighting the IO shield to install this. Interesting. Okay. Weird. What a pain in the butt. Yeah, I got myself a 0 motherboard, so the cable connections are on the back. Nice. Those are big right now. I know a few people are buying them because, like, if they have the money, they'll buy it. By the way, you know, I'm just realizing, chat. Did this customer ever give me the screws from the motherboard of the case? Oh, shoot. Hold up. This might be a problem, actually. Yeah, I have this. Hopefully it's in this bag here. Worst case scenario, it's not here. Dude, my desk is a mess. I really have to clean up my desk. Okay, I think it's in here actually. We should be fine. I was concerned for a second there that we had no screws whatsoever for installing the motherboard into the case. I was worried. I'm gonna be honest with you though, the most annoying part of this build will be just the cooler. Like, it'll be the last thing we have to do, but the hardest thing, because I have no idea how to install this cooler. So we're gonna Google it. Yeah, I just built a PC Project Zero computer with the first using the PZ and MSI. And I'm not going back to the regular motherboard, especially with the IO shield. New shield. Nice. That sounds sick. Like, I think the cool cases with the stuff on the back is nice. You know what I'm saying? It's like a nice change of pace. This one, like, dude, once I get this top screw in, on the top left here, it's gonna be the easiest thing. Just getting in the first screw in will be the hardest. Oh, damn, that was perfect. Alright, so I legit have this like perfectly on there. Problem, I can't see it. Honestly, it might be in my best interest just to remove the rear fan, because like it's not difficult to reinstall a rear fan. I'm just gonna do that real quick. I was like, oh, you know, I could just not uninstall the rear fan, but at this point, I'm just like, with this IO shield. Yeah, a learning experience. We're using the back connections, yeah. I'm not too sure how that is, like, I assume like there's definitely a way to plug everything in, because it's probably really not that specific, but definitely more, what's the word? Interesting to the very least. The good thing is it's not much hard to beat this case. Like, there's a fan hub already pre-installed, so I don't have to mess with anything there, you know what I'm saying? Perfect, so we'll set that there. See, that is nice. I can just like set it to the side, not worry about it. Yeah, see, I'm thinking this is the part I got caught on, this little piece of metal here. Was the thing I was fighting it. The fan blades hold that for temporary. Oh, I forgot the screw. Okay, let's see. The IO shield on the bottom not in? Why it's gotta be cheap metal? Actually, I have to try to push it in, which is the craziest part about this. Yeah, I think I got it. Oh, the amount of grip strength I actually have to put into that is insane. Okay, I got it. We're chilling. Gotta get this in here before this thing decides to act weird. Did it bite? Yeah, it definitely bit. Yes, you piece of yeah, sit down. I'm trying not to curse because that part's annoying. The joys of building a PC, for real. You know, it can be very joyful at times and very annoying at times. It's kind of a mixture, you know what I'm saying? No, that's not what I intended to do, but whatever. It's fine. I don't know, but this piece is gonna be absolutely gorgeous when I'm done with it. Like, it's gonna have that yellow from the like being used, but like, hey man, that's not my biggest concern. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything I learned about cable routing over the last 20 years is removed with the back. Nice, feels good vibes. You know, I feel your positivity radiating, you know, off me. You know what I'm saying, man? I don't think I have to go to the back of the PC to mess with anything here. Hopefully not. For the other stuff. Should be fine. Am I missing? Where's this? Oh yeah, it's this one I was going to do earlier. It's like one more screw. Where's this last screw at? Perfect. Okay. So case is nicely installed. I'm going to just plug in some stuff since I'm already here. By the way, chat, least favorite cable to work with, in my personal opinion, is installing and uninstalling the USB 3.0 cable. And the reason why I say that, dude, if this thing snaps, you are cooked. That is just something I've at least noticed about this cable. Now, this one on the bottom, USB G5. What's the top one? USB G5. Okay, so they're just the same thing. Or right on the bottom one then. Yeah, there's that. Cool. Oh, power supply, that's what it was. I was concerned for a second. What was it something behind it? Okay, we got HD audio, which is probably my favorite connection to connect because it's so easy. Oh wait, they call it AFFP here. Weird. I'm not sure why you would call it down this motherboard. I'm not tweaking, right? Yeah. Weird. And then front panel connection is the one where it's like all of them connected. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, here it is. By the way, I'm just going to quickly say it. Cases that use that old connector, it's like 2 positive, 1 negative for the front panel connection is so annoying. Like, man, can you not just like not, you know what I'm saying? Alright, and then let's see here. I could probably reinstall that rear fan now. I'll do that. And my first PC build is going to be in like 1 year old in July. Be how it is, man. Hey, man, as long as you build a PC with good specs, you probably will not have to upgrade for like the next 6 years if it's good specs. If it's like top end specs, you don't have to upgrade for like the next like, depending on what you do, like 5 to 12. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, future proofing in the PC industry is kind of weird because like it works, but it only does so much. It really depends on your use case. Like, if you know your use case, you pretty much can future proof yourself guaranteed. But if you don't know your normal use case, you could be like me, where I have like a 58, I had like a 3090, be like, oh wait, this is not enough. I'm gonna be honest though, going from the 28 Super, the 3090 was definitely big, but I legit realized my use case is like pushing the 3090, because like the 3090 did not have the same performance as the 4090 when it comes to video encoding and video performance. Because the video codecs on it were very like a joke. Like, there's only one encoder on the 3090 compared to like the previous generations of top end cards, which is like the dumbest thing in the world. I'm not sure why they did that. Hoping my 98X3D and RX 90XT will last for GT6. I think you'll be fine. I can't guarantee you'll play it on like ultra settings task, but I think you'll be able to play on high settings. I'm gonna be keep it real with you. 160 to 143 on low. If I'm thinking how intensive GTA 6 is gonna be, unless it's really optimized and maybe 200 plus. So it really depends on a few things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me grab that SATA cable. Oh, so I almost forgot about this. I gotta plug this stuff in. Oh, I'm gonna grab the SATA cable first and just put this in, because I want to do this one because I don't want to deal with this one later. It's gonna be the most annoying cable of all of them to do. What a pain. You know what I'm saying? I'll legit give myself some slack. Perfect. And fan hub next. So one of these is just a normal ARGB connection. And then the other one is that. Oh, here's an RGB connection. Wait. SPDF1 what? Okay, well, whatever. I found another one. That's weird. I've never... I swear this motherboard's jank. I'm looking at this, man, and I'm just over here like, what am I looking at? ADD Gen 2? Okay, there's a 12-volt connection up here. I'm just so confused. I'm just gonna plug in the like half of these connections I'm reading, and like I could probably put 1 and 2 together and be like, oh, this is the RGB connection, but at the same time too, I ain't gonna gamble. Rather not pull a 12-volt into a 5-volt connection. Yeah, so I can push. 1 second. Give me a second. I'll read your message in just a second here. I'm trying to like figure this out now. Where's this tangled at? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put this IRGB connection up here. No, I don't have to probably plug it here, but I'm just gonna plug it here. Plug it here. And then this is a fan connection right here, right? What am I reading? Okay. Yeah, that is it. Dude, what am I looking at, bro? Who designed the layout for these connection names, dude? Whatever. I'm just not even judging at this point. Dude, some of these connection labels are in the weirdest spots. They don't line up. Like, I think I know what they were trying to do with it, but it does not make any sense. I'm like, somebody was over there at this, whoever made, I don't know what brand this case is. They were smoking something, bro. They must have been on the good stuff when they were lining up this stuff, because this doesn't, like, half of these connections are just weird jank. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Perfect. Okay, we're close, chat. We're getting the good part. They were on that good stuff, though. Okay, see that? See, look at this. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. We got clean. I gotta do the power supply now. You can pick the 78X3D around for $250. Second market, yeah, dude. The 78X3D is such a good CPU right now. Like, honestly, in my personal opinion, if you have the 98X3D, don't upgrade the 90, the new one, the new like 98X3D version. It just doesn't make any sense. Play 1440p as well, much higher higher FPS over 4K and 1080 upscaling. Yeah. Honestly, in my personal opinion, playing at 4K doesn't make much sense. I feel like 2K is the sweet spot, which is 1440p. Like 1080p is competitive, I recommend, and 1440p is like a mixture of like looking ultra nice but also getting good FPS. I have a 48 Super. First video I looked at was on undervolting. I probably know who you watched. And then one of the most famously underclocked, and you should add like 100 megahertz memory first thing, yeah. Nah. Yeah, 5080 is great, just a bit CPU limited with the 7070X. Yeah, at 1440p. Yeah, that is a bit of a bottleneck. Like, don't get me wrong, 7700 with 5080 is good, but if you can later down the line, you know what to upgrade to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be a big upgrade later. Like me personally, I want to go from the 9950X to the 9950X3D2. That's what I'm waiting for to come out. I was just gonna think about buying the 9950X3D later here, but I decided, nah, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Why would I buy that if I know a better version's coming out later? Also, it just makes more sense to do that. Yeah, we're gonna solve this case. Also, pro tip. I'm going to say this a million times in every YouTube video. Always make sure you solve this like this. Fan on the bottom. Unless the case specifically has no airflow on the bottom, then it has like on the side or something like that. And there's probably a reason for that. There we go. What the? Is there a loose screw in here? What did I just hear? No? Weird. That was weird. I heard like a screw scrolling around for a second there. Oh, I'm hearing the metal from the I/O shield on my desk here. That's what I'm hearing. I was about to say, man, what am I hearing? I was like, there's no screw in the power supply, is there? That'd be alarming. Yeah, waiting for the 9950X82 double the L3 cache. Yeah, that'll be nice. I'm so excited for that CPU. Like, I was gonna upgrade to 128 gigabytes of RAM, but that's kind of delayed. You know why. But yeah, just interesting to say the very least. I also just realized when I hit this one key on my keyboard, it doesn't replace my music. Yeah. How do you spend your Sundays? Me? Oh, you think you're talking to somebody else, not me. Bro, my Sundays are as simple as this: sleep in, work on some YouTube stuff for you guys, and chill, and maybe stream. I've been getting back into streaming though recently, and the only reason why I got back into streaming was because of the fact that this OBS plugin has been absolutely amazing to use. This legit OBS plugin lets me like do so much stuff. It's actually crazy. Also, I had a quad capture card the company sent me for a review video. Like, I'll record, dude, guys, this company makes this quad capture card that records really good quality, and it's only $200. And like, there's 4 inputs. And you could, like, that's how legit how all my cameras are connected is through this quad capture card. And I was like, oh, this Chinese capture card's gonna probably be really bad. I've been testing it every single time I stream, and I've been very pleasantly surprised. Because like originally I was gonna buy Elgato Camlink Pro. Problem: the Camlink Pro quad capture card they don't make anymore. They discontinued it. Like, you still buy on their site, but I had problems with it in the past, so I was like, I'm not gonna buy it again. You know it's bad when you're getting trauma for how much testing I did on it. You know what I'm saying? So where the hell is the screw at? Oh, there it is. I was so confused. I was like, where is this screw at? Legit just heard it. So, been very happy with it. What my plan though for tonight chat is, like, if you guys are game, I'll be on live on Twitch later. So my plan for the stream is finish up this PC for this customer, return it to him, then I'll be live again on Twitch and my other YouTube channel because I have a gaming channel. So I'm gonna be streaming Apex. Your boy's trying to get a diamond in season 28. Your videos on OBS and streaming have helped me immensely. Thanks, Grant. No problem, Fox. I'm glad to hear. I'm just glad I can make these like nice, narrowed down videos for you guys so you can guys get all the information you need to instead of spending like 8 to 20 minutes on BS. Like, some of my videos are longer than normal. They have to be, but they're more for fun projects. Like the recent video I did on the Ultimate console setup was one of those videos, like, theoretically, I could have made that console setup video 4 minutes long. The only reason why I made it 20 minutes long was because of the fact that it was a fun project I was doing for me and my brother. So I wanted to go into every single detail for you guys. So it was more longer than it needed to be, but it was a fun project. I'm saying. Yeah. So there we go here. Okay. Let's actually get some cables connected now. We'll do this 24 pin first because the 24 pin's always the easiest. And then GPU, we got the 16 pin for the GPU. Put this, fish it. I'm gonna go fishing. Bro, why is this one such a pain? 16 pin. CPU, I am going to maybe Velcro this because I don't need the other half. Oh, where's the I need to get a Velcro tag. Oh wait, here you go. Dude, I have so many Velcro straps on the floor, like these little Velcro ties from like all of their projects. So I can literally just like take that and tie it on up. Not Velcro, what is it called? The twisty ties? There's so many of them. What GPU is that? We got the RTX 5070 Ti, the GOAT GPU right now. I might, like, me personally, chat, I think the best GPU on the market right now is 100% 5070. 5070 is the best GPU to buy right now if you plan to upgrade. If you have 4070, don't upgrade it. But this is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? 5070 Ti is the best GPU on the market to buy right now. If you are looking to get into PC gaming, you want it for last. And then 5070 is like, you want a 5070 Ti, but you want just good enough. And this is awesome. And also, let me give you guys a better shot because camera's doing it, not justice. Right side, right side, right side. Where's my right side camera? Here you go. WindForce. Beautiful card. Gorgeous at that. It's not the Pro Art, but it's the budget card. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot tell me otherwise. She is not a beauty. You know what I'm saying? What software is on it? Do you mean the OS for the system? I think it's just Windows. That's the customer though. Actually, do I have to install it on the customer's PC? Actually, if it has the boot drive, this is the same drive in his PC. He should be fine. I'll message him in a better. Thanks for letting me know about that. What's his name? Hammond? I'm gonna double check the customer about that. I have a PC with 4070 Ti, bottle of stuff. Going to build it tomorrow. Give me a hard build, yeah. No, 4070, not 4070, 4060 Ti is a good GPU. Like, honestly, it's a good GPU. If you have like it, keep it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what am I doing here? Left side? Left side. I'll plug these in real quick here. I'm gonna plug in the main cables. 24 pin first. Yeah, it's in there. Next, I need to get this CPU one. Oh my god, is this one of those things where I have to uninstall the motherboard to install it? No shot. No shot. Bro, the cable is too thick. Like the thing is all... This cable is legitimately too thick to slip through the top. Maybe I'll be able to do the other one. Let me try the other side. Maybe I won't have to do this if I do the smaller ones. Whether I do smaller, it's going to be kind of annoying, but whatever. As long as it works, it works. Okay, I can do the smaller ones. I can't do that one connection, no. Like, don't get me wrong, it's going to look pretty either way, but that's so annoying, dude. What a pain in the butt. Why does it got to be so much of a pain in the butt more than it needs to be? You know what I'm saying? Do we have enough slack now? I think I barely have enough slack. Oh my god, it's going to be so jank. I'm just going to tell my customer if he has to, don't mess with the CPU cable. Legit barely got enough slack to plug this on in. I don't know how I got that to work, but I just did. Insane. Actual madness. Yeah, a bit, okay. I'm going to tell my customer not to mess with that. RAM was so expensive, yeah. It's atrocious right now. 5070 Ti, 64 gigabytes, 2 terabyte SSD, smart. And 98X3D, nice, nice. Everyone and the mother has the 98X3D. But it is the GOAT. So, like, there's that. What do I need to do next? Cooler? Cooler, yeah. Let's see here. So, we're pretty much almost good there. Okay, chat. Time for me to look up a YouTube video how to install this cooler. Once I understand how to install this, I'll be chilling. So, let's see here. Interesting, interesting. Oh, the IHS is clean, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, what is the name of this cooler? He sent me a thing picture earlier, so I'm going to just quickly watch a video. Why do you get 64 gigabytes of RAM? Honestly, if you get 64 gigabytes of RAM, it's honestly just to play Arc. Or Arceus. Arceus? I don't know, hopefully saying your name, right? Where's it at? We have it on Facebook. Let's see. What is this? What is this? What is this? I'll use mixed. Messages. Customer. Let's see. We got the following cooler. It is called the Aqua Elite 360. Okay, hold up. Aqua Elite 360 install. Is it V3? V3, yeah. Intel. Is this just an AMD one? No. Oh, this is not the Intel one. No, I do not want to install on AM5. Intel. You know, I'm realizing it'd be hilarious if I have to like, okay, no way. I mean, we might be good. We might be good. Oh. Okay, weird. Ooh, that was a concern for me. I went to a PC shop when they recommend me specs and they said it. Yeah, I would go 64 gigabytes. I would recommend anyone. 32 is the minimum I recommend. Don't forget the Hydrate King. Appreciate it. Toast to mint. It's on here. Thanks, mint. What was I going to say? Yeah, 32 gigabytes is minimum I recommend. And then like 64 is like I would recommend totally. Like if you can get 64 gigabytes, go for it. Like any build in October I did was like, hey, 64 gigabytes. And then 32 is like, if you're cheaping out, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty new to PC stuff as well, yeah. Yeah, they finessed you, my boy, for gaming. You only need 32, it's fine. Well, I can afford it as well. Yeah, if you can afford 32, not 32, if you can afford 64, go for it. You're tripping? Arcs, you're tripping, bro. Arcs, you cannot tell me if you can afford 64 gigabytes, you would not go for it, bro. What do you think of my first PC build? What's your build specs, Oregon? Did you share it in the chat already? It's not Oregon, right? It's like Oreo. It's like Oregon or like that. RTX 3080, 56X. Yeah. The CPU is questionable, but everything else is fine. Like, you probably had a reason for going cheap, you know what I'm saying? Star Citizen uses like 30 gigabytes with 64. I know some gamers out there that take so much RAM. Like Rust is a big one. It's not the biggest one out there, but it's definitely like demanding. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Also, the YouTube video, luckily showed how to mostly do it. So I'm not gonna show you guys how to do it because it's gonna take forever, but it's not that difficult. Surprisingly, this is gonna be way worse. Prepping this is gonna be annoying though. Let me just do the following. Just put the main screws in first. Is it the short ones? There's two versions of it. Oh. I'll grab that later. I'll use a longer one with the longer washer. Okay. That's a short one. And here it is. Okay, now. This is gonna be so annoying. What do you think of my? What do you think? Better CPU for my build? Yeah, was it Morger has the recommended one. I would recommend 58X3D or 57X3D or 57X. 57G is not bad, but it's not gonna get you crazy results. It'll get you more than good enough results for gaming, but nothing like spectacular. Oh, okay. This is gonna be kind of jank. Is it supposed to be the? That is so weird. Oh, okay, whatever. That is super jank. TechRant, how long have you been building PCs? For like 3 or 2 years now. Yeah, my PC build for myself back in the day was an AMD FFX. Oh, that's old. 16 gigabytes of DDR3 and an HD 787 GPU. Yeah, you are been in the PC industry longer than me, man. That is for sure. I just know like that SSD probably cost you a small arm and leg back then. 112 gigabytes. My screwdriver right. By the way, this mounting mechanism is super jank. Like, it's not bad, don't get me wrong, it's just weird. Oh, interesting, okay. This is one of those ones where we're gonna have to hold it in place temporarily. Oh, it's gonna be so annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna carefully line this one up. I am so glad I'm not making this into a YouTube video, because you know how much of a difficult this would be? And I just lost it. Fun. Bro, why does gotta be so annoying? I hate coolers. Some coolers. These are like the coolers I hate the most because they just unnecessarily difficult. I forgot how Intel sockets be sometimes. Come on, dude. Nice and easy. The bottom was in first and I get the top one in. Perfect. Now I gotta hold it in place. You know, this would be the times where having a second person actually helps, chat. Oh man, there's no shot I'm gonna be able to show you guys how I do this because this is like jank. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you, chat. 10/10, Aqua cooler, not gonna recommend. This is really hard to do. I have to like have one hand on the whole entire time when I install this. Dude, come on, man. I might actually have to get my brother in here, someone to help me with this. This is being that difficult. It's a bit tedious. Is it like... How? What am I looking at? Alright, hold up. I see that. What's the opposite way? What? What am I looking at? Huh. Yeah, let me just get this screwed down so I can actually mess with it later. Why does this gotta be so jank? You know, Thermalright, I like your coolers. But this is not fun. You know what I'm saying? Alright, here we go. I got the cooler set up to some degree, the mounting mechanism. And I gotta make sure this is now the right way. That's so weird. It's parallel. Where's the other mount piece I just have? I'm gonna find that. Oh, okay. Buddy, I understand how to plug in the cables. Can you just show me how you mount this thing? Yeah, that's easy. That's easy to replicate. Cool looking case. What is it? I don't know the exact case, to be honest with you. I have everything linked at the end of the stream for you guys. Oh, it's like that. Okay, so it actually isn't that bad a mount. Just the middle part sucks. Don't like Intel mechanisms. Much more shittier than AMD. Yeah, AMD has one really bad mounting mechanism. You guys know what I'm talking about. There's a clip. You have to clip on both ends, and it always rubs against the CPU IHS, and it sucks. He's telling you that you should get 64 gigabytes of DDR5 with the current prices. He's just new to this? Huh? Hey, man, I'm like, if you guys are trying to get 64 gigabytes, if like now, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend only 32 gigabytes right now, with the prices how they are. Yeah, also having a small hand big hands can sometimes be a struggle for me. Oh yeah, 100%. It's honestly beneficial to have raccoon hands. Right, I gotta find this other screw because there's a screw missing. Oh, there it is. It's next to my avocado tree. Got this avocado plant in my studio. Been growing it for 3 years now. It takes some millennia for them to actually give you avocados. That's annoying. Can you not like do whatever that was? For some reason, the screw just let go of the thread and my screwdriver almost went flying into the board. And that would have been annoying. Wait, is this one of those screw mounting mechanisms where, oh my god, it stops halfway through? That's so dumb. Or maybe it just didn't bite properly? I think it was just one of those that just didn't bite properly. Okay, it just didn't bite properly. I hate some of those threads where like they bite, but then they don't bite properly. Okay, we're good now. So what we'll do is we're gonna plug in the cables. We're so close, chat. We're almost done. We're almost done. It's so hot in here. I'm turning the AC. Yeah, so plug this one in. And the other one is... Actually, I could just plug this in the back, couldn't I? Wait, it has to be a 3-pin, though. Wait, could I do that then? Hold on, I'll just plug this in last. Let me just install the cooler, the back on top. If this works the way I think it will, I could probably just do that then. Oh, we're getting there. This build's gonna be so clean, bro. It's gonna be so nice. What GPU? 5070 Ti, the GOAT. The GOAT, that's why he's the GOAT. Shit, where are the screws? Hold up. I forgot them over here. Yeah. Yeah, I sold my living room PC, 32GB DDR5, made some money. Didn't rip the kit off out of it. Yeah, I get that. I sold my 128GB of DDR5, not DDR5, which is DDR5. 128GB DDR4 memory. Like, I could have sold it for like $600 or $800 on eBay used. But I sold it for like $400 on Facebook because I want to give somebody a deal. Plus, like, I'll still get all my money back I originally bought it for. Plus, what's the word? $135 profit. The guy that is streaming, huh? I'm confused on what Arxer said. Just going through the chat. And people keep telling me to sell my 64GB kit for $800. Feels wrong when it's only like $180. Yeah, that's a big thing right now, man. I have a lot of people that they don't feel right with not buying RAM right now. Like, people will not buy used RAM for what the current prices are because it's like RAM was so cheap, the goes is so expensive so fast, you know what I'm saying? So people feel so mixed about it right now that they are legit will fight people that buy it for like old MSRP. I've had a customer reach out to me for my RAM kit, the one with 120GB. He messaged me and tried to negotiate 130. He's like, oh bro, this RAM kit was 265 at this day, this time. I want to buy it for old MSRP. I'm like, I want to buy it for what was MSRP. I'm like, bro, have you seen RAM prices? This mofo tried to fight me for a minute there. I literally just told him, like, dude, I cannot sell you for that because, like, I'm just trying to get my money back, okay? Like, no hate to the guy, but like, some people are just like mad because of how the RAM prices are right now, and I don't blame them, dude. It's crazy. 32GB of RAM was like $110. Now it's $400. Wild. Like, don't get me wrong, it like sucks that it's happened, but RAM was just too good. You know what I'm saying? RAM prices were just too good for a minute there, so it's bound to come crashing. So I think I'm gonna loosen this one up because it's pulling too much to the left. I also have like a waiver I use for customers too if people are weird. I have a waiver that's like a release waiver for like people who have problems with their PC. And the only time I'll ever have somebody sign that waiver is like if I'm getting weird vibes from them. If I don't get weird vibes from them, I don't have them sign that waiver because it isn't really a problem. It's kind of just more of a liability release, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some weird people out there, bro. You can never be too safe, chat. Like, if I know how bad the PC is based on like my intuition and like based on all the reads I get from it, I'll have them sign that waiver. This guy's PC didn't have that vibe. People will try to scam on sites for RAM. It's crazy. Selling for PCs, full PCs right now is a hustle. Dude, yeah, no, I've seen people literally buy PCs for cheap and then only buy the PC to resell the RAM inside of it for like what the PC or what 1/3 of the PC was, or for something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know TechSource is doing his like build thing for his daughter, and TechSource is absolutely killing it recently with that. But he is definitely doing the thing I'm talking about, where, like, you buy the PC and sell the RAM. Like, honestly, it's a strat. You can't get mad at people for doing that because, like, if they know a way to make money, why not do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, I sold my RAM and got my money back. Like, I did it too, theoretically, because, like, I'm only selling the RAM for my PC, not the PC in itself. But when companies do it at massive scales, like they're doing with laptops, then it's, like, grimy. You know what I'm saying? Like, companies are legit buying old laptops, selling the RAM for what it was new and more, plus interest. You know what I'm saying? That is wild. But then again, you have to follow the meta. If there's a meta on anything, you gotta just, guys, listen to my pro tip to anyone out there. Life is a game. And if you're not winning, you're probably losing. Or if you're not abusing it, abusing the strats, then you're not winning. Just treat life how you play Call of Duty or any battle royale. If there's a gun in the meta that's super strong, there's something like that probably in real life for whatever you do normally. That's just how things be. You know what I'm saying? No, the world waits for no one to make money. And also, you get super lucky sometimes, man. Winning the lottery, bro, it's just like guaranteed you're gonna lose. If you win the lottery, you're losing. That's not a good thing. Like, don't get me wrong, if you win the lottery, it's awesome. Don't get me wrong. But you have a massive target on your back now. You are absolutely cooked. Unless you're really smart. Most people aren't smart, though. Like, I'm not smart. My friend got a PC for Christmas. He asked me if it's good. I didn't know what he'd say. So he said, he'd said a 3060 Ti, 56. And, oh, that's a good PC. All those specs rate are really good. That's, like, probably the best entry PC build right there. Besides using a 12400 KF, yeah. That's the only thing you could have, like, done differently, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see what we got here. RGB, that's an RGB connection. Weird, it's gonna be jank. Oh, I can do this, right, couldn't I? We can just plug this in like so. We're getting close to being done with this. What time is it? Oh, only 7 o'clock, damn. It looks like midnight outside. Crazy, I think. Oh my god, what is going on with these connectors? What the hell? Well, something's definitely wrong with these ARGB connections. The left side is absolutely cooked. Thankfully, I do not need the left side. I have no idea if that was like that originally, because I don't remember messing with that side, so yeah. I have no idea what happened there, but hopefully it isn't important. Okay, well, I will look into that later. Does this help me a power connection? No. It's not. So you need to see the power on? Ah, I should have done that. That's kind of unfortunate. Not the worst in the world. The worst in the world. It's getting kind of annoying. Why there's so much Velcro straps? Yeah, getting the LCD cooler, clean liquid one, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of nice like LED coolers when I was up, was it CES? I'm looking forward to like messing with an LED cooler at some point. I feel like that's gonna be really nice, you know what I'm saying? They're really cool. They're expensive though, but they're cool. That's that. there anything else I need to plug in that requires like a mixture of connections? Okay, I see this one here. If I take this one, should be able to do the results I want. Oh, still unnecessarily hard to plug in a RGB connection sometimes. There we go. Cool. Okay, now I gotta figure out this one. I've come to a serious realization, chat. This might be a bit jank. Actually, wait. I just realized there's a fan hub in the back, and I can just do that. Okay, never mind. I thought it was gonna be a lot more difficult than I thought it was gonna be, but never mind. I just realized I could just do this. Now, I should probably switch camera angles for you guys who can see actually what I'm doing, but I've not gone to that. Hold it. Before I actually do that, I want to actually do the cooler, install this, and make sure like this mount mechanism was actually right. I'm gonna twisty tie that later. Where's that thermal paste at? Oh, am I missing anything in chat, by the way? Built my PC 3 years ago in October. Nice. Are you experimenting with PC customers? No offense. What? What do you mean experimenting? I don't experiment with PC customers' PCs. That's kind of a liability in itself. I don't know exactly what you mean by experimenting. I have kind of a general idea. But most times around when I mess with PCs, customers' PCs, is kind of like I do my thing. I usually will experiment with projects, but not customers' PCs. It's pink. That is so weird. In liquid, the thermal paste is pink. Interesting. I feel like I placed a little bit too much. I'm gonna take a bit of it off. Hold up. That's a bit too much. I'm gonna grab this. It's a bit too much here. I want to clean this off. I want to do that again. I put a grain of rice on, but that is definitely not a grain. That is like a fucking clump. I also will say, Intel has way more like weird spots with thermal paste than why is it so sticky? That's so weird. What is the materials this is using? Dude, I just realized it's pink and it's gonna be on my white shirt. Fun. Read this. I don't like how this looks. Like Intel CPUs, I've noticed I just have a really bad, what's it called? They have just way too much open space on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm clean this thermal paste here. It doesn't really matter if it's like there, but I want to get this right there. Just remove any possibility of discharge or anything build up. Perfect. That's better. It's not great, but it's probably this. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the worst ever thermal paste I've ever done for a customer's PC. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Not my best work. I'm not happy with this one. You know, sometimes I'll know when I do something bad for a customer, and like this is definitely the one time ever I'll be like, yeah, not my best thermal paste job. This also, by the way, it's so stringy. Why is this thermal paste so stringy? Like, it's like, what's the word? It's very, trying to find the appropriate. Bro, why is my screwdriver not here? Wait, is it my pocket? Pocket? Yeah, pocket. Okay, I do got the cooler mount on at least though, right? But yeah, no, that thermal paste is super like sticky. I'm not too sure what this is, like what's made of, but it's definitely not my favorite thermal paste to mess with. Honestly, you know what I need to start doing though, chat? Anytime I like have a customer bring them thermal paste, I should just use my own in-house brand, like the one I trust the most. Cause like I don't mind using customers' thermal pastes, but sometimes the thermal paste are just like, I don't trust it if it's super sticky. I feel like this is just me. I find thermal paste that's super sticky to be very bad. Not like it's not as thermal conductive. It just isn't really fun to install. You know what I'm saying? Also, just like it has just like too much. Like, see, it's like all over the place. God, that's annoying. Oh, it's so irritating. Look, not even on the RAM because how sticky it is. I could have just used the TDMP50 I had. Whatever. It's not that deep. Put this in the back. This is so annoying. That's the way I got it. So many cables going through this one top grommet. I should have like organized them better, but whatever. Oh, we're getting there. Yeah, what brand thermal paste are we using? I'm gonna let you guys know because I did not like it. It is called the Cryonaut Extreme Ultra High Performance Thermal Grease? Dross? Whatever. This is the thermal paste we're using. I don't think it's bad, but at the same time too, it's way too sticky for my taste. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. Here, let me get my right side camera. My right side camera does better with grainy details. So look at this. See that? That's wild. That was absolutely wild. Here, watch this. So here's the thermal paste. It's like a pinky, it's like a pink substance. But look at this. You see that? You see how sticky that is? That's just ugh. Yeah, the pink one. I have the same paste. I don't think it's like bad. Just like this in itself, when thermal paste does this, it can leave a bunch of residue. And having a bunch of residue is a problem because like it gets all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot. You see that? Like I'm like 10x zoom on this shit. You see how that's like greasingly falling off? Yeah. What is better for PC building tomorrow? Windows 11 or Pro? Pro. Go Pro all the way. Never go Windows 11 home. There's no reason to. You can buy a Pro key cheap nowadays. So easy. So there's no reason to go home. I install usually Pro on my customers' PCs. And I used to install home on them, but at this point I decided like not to anymore. Because the reason why I decided not to was like remote desktop you don't get access with home. And also a few other features you don't get access with home. Pro gives you access to certain features you can't necessarily get without upgrading again. What's the difference between Pro and home? You get remote desktop with Pro. You get some features you can't necessarily get access to on home. And so like, pretty much if you want some really nice advanced features that you could do cool stuff with, like a great example is I have a work PC, but it has Windows Home on it, Windows like 10 Home, and what I do usually is I remote desktop at this PC at work, and I can legit work from home and literally record from home, turn on the lights from home, I can turn on the cameras from home, all this stuff. But this one PC I have at home is using home version, not Pro, so I can't even use remote desktop. That's the problem. Yeah, what about gaming performance? There's no difference in gaming performance station. If there was a gaming performance, I'd let you know. I'm not too that detailed. Also, some of the same features from home. What is my music right now? What the heck am I listening to? I'm so confused, bro. That's good. Alright, let's install the GPU chat. We're getting the last part. The juicy part. God damn. I will say the amount of white cables is atrocious. What an absolute beauty she is. I don't know. I kind of wash my hands just because of the fact that the pink residues on my hand. Luckily it's a black GPU, so I don't have to deal with that. Well, dude, chat is I'll probably take this stream, turn it into some YouTube content for my work channel, because then I can promote my work. What I've been trying to do is take the stuff I do for the tech channel here, turning into YouTube videos for the work channel, and then that way I can use it as a way to promote my company and doing other things, you know what I'm saying? Because we do lawn care mostly, but we do also videography for events and other stuff, but it's more like contract work than anything else, if that makes sense. What am I looking at? you getting caught on? Oh, that's not pushed down, that's why. Thought it was, but I guess not. Why am I having so much frustration on this one? What the frick? I am so confused right now. Why is this not biting? That's fine. I'm so confused right now. Hold up. What is going on here? That's solid. I'll see if like the top one makes a difference. I don't think it will. For some reason, this GPU is not biting the PCIe slot. Am I like caught on something? Did it bite? I think that time it bit. That was fucking weird. I'm gonna be curious when I boot this thing. And this is something, my intuition bells are going crazy right now. Like, I don't know what's going on, but my gut is like, hey, something's not right. Oh, what did you say, by the way? The cryo tar pick spreader, it works best. Yeah, I know, they have a pick for thermal paste. Usually I find that's not, that you can do that. I don't have them, so I don't do that. We should be fine. I'm gonna curious to see how this works. Before I take this back to this customer, I wanna, what's the word? Clean it up a bit, because it's still at purple goo over the place. It's so annoying, you got on the chipset. What the heck, how? How'd it get all the way over here? That's freaking wild. That's so annoying. Okay, chat. Let's see how she boots. This should be really pretty when she's done. Oh, it's nice. Don't look at the back. We don't talk about the back, okay? I'll fix the back in a bit. Oh. Oh, I just paused my music by doing that. Fun. Whatever. Why is the camera so, like, dark? I'll just do a little left side, right side. That should be better. Yeah. Wait, that's left, not right. Right side. Perfect. And then let me fix my music. For some reason, when I click some of the keys on my Stream Deck, it like lowers my music, which I'm not trying to do. Okay, boyos. Moment of truth. Let's see how she boots. Thoughts? How do we like her? I think it looks pretty good. Hopefully that gunk doesn't cause any issues. If it does, I will be incredibly annoyed. And moment of truth. Well, things power on. No RGB, and some of the fans are missing, but I will look into that next. Moment of truth. Boot. Went black. If it goes black, it's not. It's a good sign. Wow, that is a lot of air coming out. Boot light. Boot light, boot light, boot light. We got any indicator lights? No. What am I looking at here? Is it making a weird sound? Sounds normal. Might just be memory training. One question: what is not plugged in? So, is the fan hub not plugged in somewhere? So confused. Okay. No picture still. I'm trying to turn it off real quick. Alright, well, we know the at least top fans worked. For some reason the rear fan isn't on. I'm not too sure why now. Check the power switch. If it's on. Yeah, it's on the back. I gotta figure out the RGB situation on this. I thought I plugged in the RGB, but I guess not. This is the one that goes to this, right? Yeah. I am going to quickly look at the back here. I'm trying to figure out where the heck all this RGB is going, because like I could swear I plugged in the RGB connection. I gotta trace these cables for the. Where are the cables going on this? Fan hub. This is going to that, which is going to that. There's another zip tie here I didn't see. Perfect. What's that gonna be? What does this go do? Okay, no, that's fine. That's the power connection then. Where are these cables at for this fan? Huh? Bro, what is going on back here? The black one is power. Alright, well that's plugged in there. I know that's right. Now, where's the other one at? RGB, it's fine. Is there SATA power? I don't think so, right? I didn't see anything like a SATA power. I'm gonna double check the box. I feel like there's a cable missing. I'm gonna turn it on one more time just to see what fans are powered on, because like I want to figure that out. If I can figure that out, it makes it a little easier for me. Top fans are going, back fan going, no back fan, but it's connected to the fan hub. The fan hub not connected properly? That don't make no sense though. Huh. Well, it's gonna be fun. Always, most fun part is when the PC fails to post. Yeah. I'm just trying not to send myself flying. I gotta figure out where the heck all these cables are going. Cause like there's all these like cables for these fans, and like they're definitely connected to this fan hub here. And I thought this fan hub was connected properly. And now I'm trying to figure out why is it not acting right. The weird thing is, like, okay, so this is that. This is that RGB connection. I'm gonna fish out them out real quick. I'm gonna redo the fan hub. Yeah, I know the fans are connected to that. I want to ask the customer. Oh wait, here, I think I found the issue. Is this the reason why? This has to be it. For some reason, the fan hub has a SATA power, and it's the most jank spot. That's right, yeah. Oh, this is probably the reason why then. Let's try this now. There was a SATA power. Yeah, I knew it. Haha. Yeah. I assumed it was something with the whole like SATA power, because usually there's a fan hub that SATA power. But I didn't see anything like a cable. This is the first time I've ever seen a SATA connection directly on the fan hub. Oh my god. Wow, isn't that cool, chat? You called it, bro. You freaking called it, Mince. Oh my god, chat. Man, you guys are so smart. I'm so dumb. Oh, that looks sick. Oh, looks great. Okay, let me fix the one thing then. Wait, I'm still confused. What? If all the RGB connections are working, then what's this one for? Hey man, I don't judge. I'll just replug it back in. Okay, well, looks great. Looks sick. Yeah, that looks awesome. Okay, let me replug this cable back in, and now we're gonna figure out the next thing. Which is the whole, what's the word? Display. I want to figure out what's going on with the display, because we didn't get a display immediately. It could have been memory training, but it felt too long. Oh my god, there's way too many cables. God damn. Dial away. This is probably a PC with the worst cable job. What the hell? Okay, oh, that one's definitely bent. What am I looking at here? The top one first, and then we pull down the other ones. Yeah. There, we're good now. I'm not too sure what that RGB connection goes to. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's like some connections. I'm just not sure where they're exactly going. But whatever. I'm definitely gonna have to clean up this PC a bit. Before I hand this customer, I'm gonna make sure to clean up the cables, because the cables are kind of like jank all over the place. Like, it's definitely gonna be a really easy fix. Okay, now we get to plug it in and see if it boots. Okay, hopefully it was just one of those things where it was memory training. And if it isn't, then I gotta figure out the GPU next. Because I swear I plugged it in. It sounded like it went in perfectly fine with no issues, but it might not be properly connected. Okay. That's a good sign. No signal. It should transfer to something next. It went black. Come on, girl. The problem is there's no boot light. The problem with this motherboard, doesn't give me any indicator lights. If I had some indicator lights, I could say what's going on, but no picture yet. I'll give it a few minutes. I'm just gonna give it a second, rechat, and then I will try unplugging the GPU and replugging it back in. Well, did you even plug in the HDMI on or is it the black cable? The HDMI is this cable right here. So that's the back right there. So it's plugged in. It's going to this monitor directly. The thing with it, I'm figuring out now is like, why am I not getting a display? Because everything's connected properly. There's definitely heat coming off the CPU because the cooling air is cold. Not cold, completely cold. Well, I'll give it a few minutes here, and then if it doesn't post, then I'm gonna unplug the GPU, replug it back in. The one thing I would change is the rear fan is intake, and the bottom fan on the case. Maybe the rear exhaust to promote the airflow. Yeah. Plug the HDMI on the motherboard. The troubleshoot could literally be no drivers installed. Usually that wouldn't be the case. It would boot even if there was no drivers. I could do it just to test. Let's see if I can even plug in the HDMI. What am I looking at here? It's so jank. I'm not even able to kind of plug the HDMI because the I/O shield sucks. What? It shut down? What? Why did it shut down? What the hell? I've never seen that before. Hold up. Looking into something, and I'm really curious. That should not happen. Alright, well, time to look into a new problem. Why did it just shut down there by itself? It shut down by itself when it shouldn't have. Make sure everything's connected properly. No burning smell. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna replicate it one more time. Is just something not plugged in all the way? Alright, we're gonna do a testing real quick. That's new. Yeah, I've never seen it shut down like that. Alright, we're gonna do some testing. I am gonna make sure there's nothing wrong with this GPU. I don't think there's anything wrong with this GPU, but I am going to do some double checking on everything. We're going to uninstall the GPU first and just see if it works on a different PC. My thoughts what this could possibly be. No, I don't think it's that. Pins are fine. Hold up. We're gonna do a basic test. Fuck, I have to do a 16 pin on it. Do I even have a 16 pin on this one? I do. I don't have the power supply though in stock. Okay. I forgot I looked at my facility. Shit. Okay, whatever. I'll just do this one.
Install back in. Maybe it was just me to install, right? The thing I don't like, it's just like, why am I fighting this board to install the
GPU? I'm like really fighting this board to like install the GPU right now. It's weird. It's like not. I don't feel like the GPU is being plugged in properly. Do you have an old motherboard debug speaker or something you can plug in? Nah. I'm trying to think what to do right here. The only thing I could think of doing is pulling out the power supply temporarily just to test this.
Like that's plugged in, right? It's fine.
I could plug it in there, but do I have the cable in stock? I don't think so, do I? No. I get 2 8-pins and do that? I'm trying to figure out what to do right now. I don't want to have to go to my facility, which is like a 30-minute drive. But I might have to, depending on the situation.
The thing that confuses me though, chat,
Is this motherboard doesn't feel like it's installing the GPU right. I'm not too sure how to describe it. I can try the bottom slot real quick and do that, but I don't want to because like
it might just be more problem than it actually is.
I'm just gonna look up to see if there's anything with this board. You have to install a certain way. Some boards have like weird installations. I don't think that's the case though. Hold up. Same as the board. Oh, I have the box right here. Z390 Gaming Max. I don't think it requires a certain way to install it, right? Z3790 Max. There's not like a weird easy latch. No. And looking at the express stuff, Safe slot? Is it one of those weird things where they do stupid stuff? Okay, hold up. VRM now. I want to see the GPU. What am I looking at here? Weird. Do I have another GPU in stock I can use real quick to temporarily test? I have that one. I want to use that one though. Does that 2060 still somewhere? Okay, I have that one, but that one's dead. Trying to think quick here. Alright. Worst case scenario, I just pull out the power supply and test this. This is installed right, yeah. Yeah, nothing's wrong there. I'm trying to think like what could be the issue right now. Is the RAM not installed properly? But no, everything was clicked into place perfectly fine there. That's fine. I kind of want to message the customer and see if we got any issues originally testing it. That's the only thing I could possibly think of. The problem with this motherboard doesn't have a debug LED or anything I can use as an indicator. You know what I'm saying? If it had something I can use as like a representation, that'd be good. But at this rate, I think I might have to do that thing where I uninstall them. And so I'm able to push this one out. Can you do this, or do I have to push the other way? Yeah, I might be able to do a different test with a different spot. Alright. We're going to try a different PCIe slot. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it just for test. Because it might be the top slot's acting weird. I just want to see if I'm going crazy over just the slot acting weird. Okay. That snapped in so seamless. Okay. Maybe the top slot's acting weird. Let me try this. I installed the second slot with no issue right there. That was like way too easy. See, that's how it should have been. So why did it not work? The on top one. The only problem with this, if this is the way I think the problem actually is, it's going to be annoying. Because this is by 1, not by 16. Okay, got this. Oh, wrong one. One cable. This is what I want. Okay, let's see if this boots the way I think it will. I think it might have been what I was originally thinking, but I don't know. It could also be a power supply thing. GPU's working. Good sign. Do we get post, though? No picture. No signal. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. What the hell? Hold up. Here, chat. Check this out. Look at this. It's working now. Wait, wrong camera. Hold up, my bad. It's working now. Like, what? Okay, I definitely think I was having some problem with the top slot because the top slot never felt like it was biting. Well, this works now, which is good. Okay, well, we got out of the work. I'm going to now double check the top slot real quick. Because what I'm thinking is maybe the top slot's not biting properly. That's the only thing I can possibly think of at this point. I'm really hoping the top slot just bites this time around and I don't have to fight it. I'll message the customer too after this and be like, what's the situation on this motherboard? Dude, what am I hearing right now? It's like not biting. What the fuck? Like this top slot is not biting at all.
See, that bites. So fucking confused. What the fuck is going on? I'm not liking that at all. That's sus.
Something's weird. Yeah, make it sure the latch is fully open. It is fully open. I double checked it both times.
I'm like even pushing pressure on it, like just barely enough pressure for it to like pop.
You know, like what should happen is as soon as I push down on this, it should clip into place and like be easy as heck. What's happening is like I'm pushing on it and it feels like there's something in between, even though like it's open properly.
But when I do the bottom slot and it's open,
It clicks. You hear that? You legit hear this, right, chat? Like you hear this?
oh, I'm not gonna talk.
You hear that? You hear that pop? That's what should be happening. The top slot is not doing that at all. Like I'm legit pushing on it. It's not even letting it go in. Yeah, sometimes they could be the stubborn unless it might be something in the slot. Yeah, I'm double checking the slot because like it definitely feels like
The slot is like fighting it.
I'm gonna watch the GPU install on this motherboard because maybe I'm missing something, but search. GPU install video. Here we go. I found there's another one. This is the MSI version. Oh, I found it. No installing the driver, no. What? Like there's all this MSI stuff. Maybe I should say Asus. Let me specify Asus. Asus. That's not it. Which way is this it? No, 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 no. The reason he won't go to because they removed the very top PCI cover. Is that the reason why? I don't think that's the reason why. Is it? Is that actually the reason?
No, that's the top PCIe cover doesn't make a difference.
If it did make a difference, I'll let you know, but we can remove it if you guys want to, but that won't make a difference. I'll remove it just to remove it, because honestly it doesn't make a difference, but I don't think this is going to change anything, to be honest with you. Set you down. Because I know this is not in the way. This is not affecting anything, so I don't think this is honestly the case. It's going to look awkward because it's one of those cheap cases, so it's like the brackets don't go back on. Let's try this real quick. It can never hurt. Yeah, removing the top one didn't make a difference. Why am I like fighting this to install it? What is going on here?
Nothing's wrong with the slot, it looks like.
I need to find a video on this motherboard installing the GPU at this point because I can't figure out what's going on. Is there something like a cap or something like that above it? above the slot, like something in the way, like a fan. Nah, I can like just show you guys an overhead camera and zoom in. Yeah, here we go. Just right. So like legit, what's happening is like this one will just bite. The bottom one bites perfectly, like no issue. Like watch this. Alright, I'm gonna move him another way. So you can see it here, like she goes in. It just bites perfectly. That legit was perfect. But when I try to do the top one, it's not biting. It's legit like not even like letting me slip it in.
I'm not trying. I don't want to force it in because I shouldn't have to. If that makes sense.
I kind of want to force it in, but like that's just me being kind of annoyed at it. You know what I'm saying? Because something definitely feels like wrong about the slot. I'm just not sure what. I'll look it up to see if it has an easy latch or something like that. GPU installed. I think what it is like, why am I not seeing any videos on this GPU, like this motherboard? Like no one has an install video on it? Really? What if I don't know what else is having this issue? SCP. That's not the right one, but we'll use this as the one as a reference, I guess. So what's the GPU? See that? Install a GPU, bud. What is going on here? Hold up. You just installed the GPU. How do you just do that? Because he has the thing open, the latch open. He pushes it to the left. What? Something in the way? Just figure out what that one. Something is in the way, just have to figure it out. What? Yeah. I see a way somebody installed it on this board. He pushed it more to the left first. So let's try to see what he did. Yeah. We'll uninstall this.
So this guy pushed it like this, wiggle this way, wiggled it on in. But even then, it's like not biting. Like, why is this not biting? That doesn't make much fucking sense, does it? No.
Let me watch this back and see how this guy did this. What board is this? It is the Z790. I see some guy. So this guy's pushing it to the back, pushes down, lines it on up, leans it from the back side inward, and it pushes to the front. Like it clips it in the back first and clips in the front. Okay, let's try that then. Why am I having so much issue with this one slot? Yeah, so first of all, make sure this is down all the way. This is down all the way.
We're going to start with the back. See, like I'm putting a lot of force in this and it's not going in. Why?
I'm gonna look into that video. What we build, we are building. It is the. Here, I'll show you a chat so you guys can research with me. We're building 14700K. So we got the Z790 Max Gaming Wi-Fi from Asus. So if you guys want to help me find the way to install the GPU, go for it, because something definitely doesn't feel right. If it doesn't look. If it doesn't work, look at the PCIe slot. Yeah, I did look at the PCIe slot. There's like no imperfections. I can show you guys what I'm talking about too. The weird thing is, it looks like there's nothing wrong with the slot. And let's pop this on out to show you guys what I'm talking about. So here's the slot right here. Hold up. Let me pull this way. So you can see this is a silver slot we're having issues with. I have it pushed down currently. There's nothing in between the grooves that would indicate any imperfections. But when I install it, let me push this one down first. Like, it's not going in. I'm pushing force on it, but I shouldn't have to push a great amount of force to go in. It's just like, I should guide it into place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do the bottom one here, guide into place. It just snaps in perfectly. Yeah, it should be inserted in the upper PCI slot. This 16, yeah, the top one here. This is the top one. We want the top one because this is bifurcation. It's 16 Gen 5 speeds, I'm pretty sure. It might be Gen 4, but I'm pretty sure it's Gen 5. But I'm having an issue where it's like not biting. I'm not sure why. I don't want to return the PC to the customer until I figure this on out. What GPU? 5070 Ti. Yeah. I'm gonna look for another video on this motherboard because this guy has a video on it. It's like weird. Okay, I found another guy with a motherboard. Let's see, how do you do this? Do we have a riser cable? No. Yeah, I found somebody who has the same motherboard, so I'm seeing how they do it. Okay, so this guy pushes it back. Yeah. Alright, we're going to try one thing I can think of. We're going to try installing it when it's the PC's upright. I want to see if that makes a difference. Because it might be just maybe it's just a force thing. But I don't think that would make a difference. That shouldn't make a difference. Usually it's easier to install it the opposite way. We'll try this though. Right side. Yeah, quick release button or something. I checked for one. There isn't one on this one, which is the thing. That's the thing I'm finding weird. Like, if there was one, it'd be pretty, like, dead obvious. So I'm going to try installing it. Yeah, that's the thing I'm finding weird. Like, why is it not biting? Yeah, that is so fucking weird. It's like not biting at all. What is going on here? Okay, I'm not too sure what I want to do, chat. Chat, what are your thoughts? What do we do? What's the thoughts, chat? Do we try to force it on in there, or do we just say we might need a different motherboard? My intuition's telling me something's wrong with a PCIe slot. Because how much GIGABYTE I have to do for it? What exactly is this? It's just not going the PCIe slot. See if the size is the same? The size is the same. It's just not biting. I'll try with a different GPU real quick. I'm gonna grab my other GPU I have on my rack here. I don't think this will make a difference, but we'll just test to see maybe like something's wrong with the thing. Grab my 5060 real quick and we're gonna test this one. my 5060. We're gonna try with the 5060 to see maybe it needs to be warmed up. I don't think it'll make a difference, but I'm just curious to see.
Yeah, even with my 5060, it's not going in. It's not biting at all. What the fuck?
See, that works fine. What the fuck is going on with this slot? I'm gonna give a call to this customer and just see if he had any issue with it. Yeah, that's genuinely weird. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on with it. He did say he wasn't confident, so maybe there was something related to this, because sometimes that can be the case. Hey man, quick question. Were you having any issues with this motherboard installing the GPU in the top PCIe slot? Because for some reason it's not going in. So I want to double check if there was something on your end you were doing with it or anything like that, just to make sure. Because like you may never know about these kind of things. Because for some reason the top PCIe slot is fighting me, and even though it shouldn't be giving me this much of an issue, you know what I'm saying? Like the PC boots, RGB is fine, everything works perfectly good. Just I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the top slot. So I was double checking with you to see if there's anything on your end. And we'll see what he says. I'm legitimately trying to figure this out now. Alright, so we know it's not just the GPU. I am able to install the 5060 with no issue. But this top slot, this top PCIe slot is giving me more of a fight than it should. And I'm not too sure why. I'm going to see what he says and see what he gets back to me with. I can get a canned air, maybe can air it. Maybe like this dust or something. I don't think that'll make a difference though. Okay, he saw the message. We'll see what he says, chat. Take out the bracket and see what happens. Yeah, I took out the bracket. We took off, what's it called? Here, I'll show you guys what I mean. I took off 4 brackets, which is overkill. I'm not sure why I'm having so much issue with this one. Let's see. I never tried to put the GPU into the motherboard. I took it out of the package and what I got so far. Okay, so he did not mess with it at all. Have you ever used this motherboard before? I've used this motherboard for a different build, but it never gives me this much issue. That's the thing that confuses me, Z. I bought the GPU and motherboard morning from Micro Center. Okay. I don't know. Confused. Yeah. I'll just do a little test like this. Let's see if it goes in this one, no issue. Wow, okay. Yeah, the GPU goes in the wall mount, easy. I might get my other guy. I have a guy I have in the house here. He might look at this too and give me a quick professional thoughts. I don't know why this one's giving me so much issues. Maybe loosen up the board and try again. I don't think loosening up the board will make a difference though. I'm gonna go get my guy real quick and see if he can figure out the issue with this. I might mute myself for this part though. Is he even here? I'll just give him a call. Hold up. Let me give him a call. I'm just going to call him. Lewis on the board. Hey, yo, you downstairs?
G, are you okay?
Yeah, you good? Are you downstairs? Yes or no?
No, I'm upstairs.
Can you come to my studio real quick? I need help with something. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this.
Okay, bye.
I'm gonna go mute for a second, chat, and see what my guy thinks. Maybe loosen the board. I could try that. I might try that after this. If this doesn't work, I'll try loosening up the board and just see. Maybe it's something with this. It's not giving me enough give. I might remove like one of the screws and just like see if maybe that's the reason why. I'm gonna remove this screw here. And if it's actually one of this, like this screw is like giving me an issue, it's not like giving no space, then maybe, but even then that shouldn't be the case. Yeah, see, that's not even the issue. Alright. I'm waiting for my guy and to see what he thinks. I'm not too sure why this is fighting me so much of a show. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, my guy's coming in a second here. He's gonna come check this out and give his thoughts on it too, because like, it's weird. Because maybe I just need to put more force than I need to. Hopefully not. Also, let me double check if my editor got back to me. Did he mention me about that thumbnail yet? No, he did not. I'm waiting on him from that one thumbnail for the video. That's all I'm waiting on right now for that video. Killing me. Also, is that thumbnail right? That's not right. I'll update that later. Oh, yeah. My guy says it feels like it's in the slot, so we'll see what he's. Well, let's see if he's correct or not. Still nothing. No post. See this? Yo. What? It's not displaying still.
It's not what?
It's not showing a display. That's the thing I'm like trying to figure out what's going on with it. Because it doesn't feel like it clips in the slot, you know what I'm saying?
Like, see, it feels like it's not all the way in because I would push up.
Turn off.
Yep, you had it. Oh, that clicked. Let me try that now. Let me try now.
Something sound like it clipped.
Maybe I just have to put a stupid amount of force in it. Still nothing.
I don't know, man. It looks like it's installed to me.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm not getting. Like, watch this. If I switch it to the other slot, show you what I'm talking about.
Like, it felt like it went in there, but it did the back side just didn't feel like it went in. So, what's this one?
So you see how like that just slipped in like so. Easy, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And when I plug this in, and I turn it on, it's like immediate. So watch this. It'll turn on, display on, easy. Give it a second.
I don't see it coming on.
Yo, what the heck? That's the right one, right? Oh wait, I had the wrong cable maybe? Is this why? No, wait. No shot. Is this why? Did I grab the wrong cable twice? I'll just shut it off and turn it back on. This is that one, yeah. That is that one, okay. What is going on here? Okay, so that's good, okay. Alright, so I guess we'll move back to top slot then, try again. Let me put this one here, because that's the main one.
It looks like it's bumping into this thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It feels like it's not like going in. That's the thing I was like confused about. Here.
I mean, it should have been.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not going in.
Like it's in.
Alright, here, we'll make sure that's this one. The amount of force that we have to actually put in that, if that is actually the case, is insane.
No, I mean, just.
Okay, wait, that's a good sign. Does it go though? Still nothing.
It looks like it's just.
It just feels like the top slot's is not working.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, here. Here, I'll turn it off. Yeah, something's definitely wrong with this top slot. Here, let me push it.
Didn't.
You
You don't need to push it that much to get it to work.
Yeah, I'm just locked in.
Okay. At this point, I just think there's something wrong with the top slot. See, they just shut down on itself.
That's shorted.
Shorted?
That means it's something didn't like that touched. I think this is your problem right here.
The capacitor, do you think?
That's what I think.
That could actually be it. Let's try this one now.
If the
Capacitor is actually this, dude, that would be crazy, because that's like That'd be wild.
I'm not arguing with you. All right.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, it's definitely not a capacitor or something. Something's in the way.
Okay.
All right, I'll have to tell the customer. It's annoying. It's not. So the customer would upgrade the PC from 10700K to 14700K and like upgrade their whole system altogether. They just want to do like a component swap. Oh, now it's shorted again. Okay. Okay, fun. Okay. Now, why is it shorting now? Okay, plug that in. Put that back in. Then, where the frick's that screw at? Dude, come on, man. Where's that screw I just had? Okay. So here it is. No, that's not it. What? Okay, what? Where'd that silver screw just go? Alright, so there's definitely something weird, chat, with the top PCIe slot. 100%. I'm not too sure if it's the capacitors in the way or something like that. That's what I'm kind of getting at this point. Because I think the capacitor in this GPU were just like, the GPU so thick that the capacitor might have gone the way that caused issues. So why is this? Can I just screw this screw? Can this screw just bite, please? Yeah. Do you have a similar card to try? Not right now. Hold. Let me just get this turn on. I want to see. Let's see. Oh, it shorts again. Is it gonna short again, or is it gonna be fine? It's fine. Okay, so something's definitely wrong with the top PCIe slot. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but something's definitely wrong. Alright, I will let the customer know at this point, because that's all I can do. Yeah, like an old 380 or something slot card, single slot. I don't have any single slot cards on me. If I did, I could do that, but I don't have anything small on me right now. I have a 2060, but I'm not sure where it's exactly yet, to be honest with you. Ready Trader, are you the customer? I don't think Ready Trader is the customer. Alright, I'm going to message the customer real quick and just let him know the situation, because like something's weird with the top slot. Yeah. Okay, so PC is working perfectly fine. We got the boot, we got the RGB, everything's great. For some reason, the top slot, it's like, it's not working. We cannot get the GPU installed. I'm not too sure. I think the slot's probably faulty or something's wrong with it. Because like I tried multiple different GPUs, doesn't work. I installed the GPU into a different computer. It works perfectly fine. Okay, now it's shorting. Okay, now I'm looking into that now. Okay, something's definitely wrong altogether with this. Like something's weird. You know what I could think of? The only thing I could possibly think of. The GPU literally shorted again, chat. I'm trying to think what could be possibly wrong with the system. Maybe the power supply? Okay, I have 3 thoughts at this point. Alright. So, this is my thoughts so far, chat, what we have about this PC. So, first of all, the top slot's acting weird. The PC's shorting. And I'm not too sure why. So, I have 3, like, thoughts I could possibly be. So this is possibly the first option. What's going on is that the power supply might be going bad. That's one option, or maybe it's not powering enough because it is like a Selma power supply, so it might not be great. That's option 1. Option 2, since this is a 14th gen CPU, I know they had a BIOS issue with crashing and stuff like that. So that is option 2, and option 3. If something is also wrong on the motherboard. That's my thoughts at least. So I'm going to try to go in the BIOS and look at the BIOS real quick before it shorts. I want to see if I can figure out what's going on with that. only other thing I can think of is that. I also want to... Wait, if it's causing a short, it could also be that too. Is it one of those? Could be that as well. It had the updated BIOS, my friend's computer. So it worked, yeah. Alright, I'm going to undo the motherboard because I want to see. The only other thing I can think of it might be shorting from is that is this stand from the actual backplate. If it is actually, that would kind of suck because I have to install the cooler and stuff and do a bunch of weird shit. Oh, it's gonna be annoying. Why am I having so much issue with this fucking thing? Okay, what's the fuck's going here? Yeah. Okay, we're going to do some dissection on this one. Oh my god, I have to uninstall the cooler and everything. Oh my god, man. Dude, this is going to be such a pain in the ass. Holy fuck. The issue for him is the PC boot, and he opened applications, but then the PC would turn off shortly after, yeah. I'm going to double check the BIOS. I just want to see what the BIOS looks like. That's the only thing I want to look at that first. Because since I have the PC built, I don't want to go like dissect every single thing. Because the only other thing I could possibly think of, and this is another thought too, is that maybe there was an extra GPU stand in the back. Because I've seen clips where like things happen where the PC has an extra stand in the back. Because like right now, the backplate for the IO shield is not perfectly aligned. Like it is perfectly aligned in some spots, but it isn't in other spots. And I'm curious to think that maybe like there's an extra GPU stand on the back and touching the back of the motherboard, so it's causing a short via that way. That is a possibility, and if that is the case, that would suck because I have to go all the way dissect everything again. Because oh my god, that would suck so much, dude. I'm really hoping that's not the case and I don't have to do that. But at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if I have to. Yeah. Number 2. Did I plug in the right one? Frick, did I plug in the wrong cable? Hold up, which one is this one? This one goes through. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, wait, that's right. Is that why? I might just plug in the wrong one. Let me see. Let me turn it off, turn it back on again. Alright. What is going on here? Alright, there we go. So what is this? Can I see? Yeah, I want to look at the BIOS. CPU over temp error? What? We would do F1. What? Maybe the CPU is not, maybe the core is not mounted properly? Alright, it says CPU over temp error, so maybe the it's not mounted properly, the cooler. So I'll try that next. I want to see. I could have sworn this cooler was on the right, so I don't know why that would be the case. I think future reference, I'm just not going to work with this cooler again. Oh yeah, oh holy fuck, that's hot. So you just fucking fried my finger for a second there. Holy shit. Pardon my French. Yeah, no, that was making perfect thermal contact, but is it transferring the heat at all? Weird. Okay. Yeah, this is hot. That's alarmingly hot. Okay. Weird. Okay, let me... I'm gonna put this back on real quick. Maybe I'll switch to thermal paste. I want to try switching thermal pastes or something like that. I want to double check the cooler so we installed the cooler right, because I was pretty sure we did. Is this a new I/O? No, this is an old I/O. Wait. Ready. I think you just solved the issue. I think the I/O might have gone bad. Or maybe it's just old. Let me ask him. Hold up. That could be it. How long have you had this I/O for the cooler? Like, how long have you been using this cooler for? Because I'm just curious to see, have you had any issues in the past with the cooler? Or any issues cooling? Awesome to see what he says. Maybe the I/O pump might have be clogged or something. I'm thinking that could be a possibility, because it's saying it's a CPU temp error. So it's not just one issue. It's shorting every single time the CPU gets hot. I wish I had another cooler on me. If I had something to test where if I could do that, I can just switch out the cooler. If a heat pipe, maybe it means the pump isn't working properly. Yeah. I'm thinking at this point, the cooler is, like, I noticed now, when it was loading up the PC, it always said CPU temp error. That's all it said, CPU temp error. So I think what might be happening is the CPU is getting too hot before I can even do anything. And Intel CPUs get really hot. 6 months, never had an issue, used it, oh, that's my cat. Before used it today. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to switch to thermal paste and just, like, see maybe a different thermal paste is better. But if it happens again, I'm going to think it's probably the cooler's bad at this point. I could just go buy Micro or Best Buy or somewhere and grab a different cooler to test. I don't want to go and have to do that though. And I don't have another SE cooler in stock to use. Where the hell is that thermal paste that I had in here? I just sworn I had another thermal paste. Alright, that's liquid metal. We don't want that one though. If I use liquid metal, that's just asking for a short. Where the hell is that at? Do I really not have another thing of thermal paste in stock? I guess I don't. What? I did. I have that cooler. I tried that. Wait, I don't have that cooler actually. I got rid of that. I trashed it. Shit. Alright, hold up. What time is it? It is currently 8 o'clock. Holy shit. Is Best Buy even open right now? Might be the pump. If it heat plate was hot, it tends to mean the CPU pump isn't working. The issue could be one particular support thing. Yeah, pump isn't. Yeah, cheap cooler is like 20 bucks. Wait, are you diabetic? What? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Jeez. Alright, hold up. I'm gonna look at Best Buy open or anything's open right now because I might run out real quick and grab a different cooler just to test at this point. Is it still open? Still far, frick, they're not open. Micro Center. Okay. Damn, they're closed too? What? Why is everyone closed on Sunday? Oh my god, man. Are you kidding me? Sorry, there's a box in the background that makes diabetic supplies. What? Huh? Alright. Okay, so I swear I had thermal paste or something here on my desk. That's the weird thing. I'm trying to see if I have any other thermal paste I can use as a substitute to test. I don't want to use the same thermal paste again because I don't want to. I might just do that though. Just to test to see maybe. Because I'm thinking the pump might be bad. That's the only thing I can think of at this point. I think the pump is bad. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean it off, place some new thermal paste on it, and just see if it happens again. That's the only thing I can think of. And if it happens again, then that's, oh damn, that IHS is hot. That, woo, that could burn me to touch if the water wasn't on this. That's hot, damn. Okay. Yeah, even the CPU is really hot. Oh damn, it's hot enough where like literally the alcohol wipe is like it's evaporating off of it. Oh yeah. Alright, that's the only thing I can think of at this point. Don't have another cooler. Damn, that's the issue. If I had another cooler, I could just throw in different cool. Alright, let me message this customer. Okay. So far, I'm thinking what the issue is I don't know if the cooler is going bad, but I'm thinking, so there's quite a few different things I can think of be happening. Right now, I think the cooler, the pump in itself is bad. Because the CPU is getting so hot to the point where like it is shutting down due to the heat. And like, I know for a fact that I installed that thing on properly. So we might have to switch the cooler in itself. I was actually gonna go by Best Buy or Microcenter to go get a different air cooler just to test, but you know, they're kind of closed right now, so that did not help my case. Everything else about the system is fine. Just I think the pump is the issue at this point. I'm not too sure why the top slot's still not working properly. Dude, this is so annoying. I was hoping to have this PC built for this customer to be done with it and he'd be taken care of, but now it's just like having issues. And my biggest thing, if it's actually the pump, I don't want to turn it back on again because that could just be more problems than anything else. Just trying to think of what I want to do. I don't know, chat. At this point, I'm just like, this might be one of those things where I take it back to the customer, maybe like not even charge him, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really want to charge him if I don't finish it. Like if I charge him, it's going to only be like 50% of what I actually charge. There's so many freaking problems with this one. So first of all, the top slot, we can't install GPU in the top slot. Everything else works perfectly fine there. And then the other thing is, CPU is getting too hot in itself. I just feel bad. That's all I feel right about now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I supposed to do? It's not like I have an extra cooler in stock. Don't have any more thermal paste, except for the stuff, the pink stuff. So we still have this, but I don't think it'll make a difference if it's actually the pump. He's asking for me. So the top slot is usually running by 16. So there's different formats. So there's by 16 and there's a by 16 by 1, by 16 by 4. And so the top slot is the best one because it's always using that full by 16 by, bandwidth transfer or bifurcation. So using the bottom slot, it only runs at by 1, which is like pretty slow. You'll notice some FPS loss. That's the issue with it. So my honest thoughts is this. I think the cooler might be bad. That's just my thoughts, at least at this point. I can't confirm to test it, but based on what I was getting the CPU temp error, and it shut down like immediately after a few minutes, that's the only thing I think of, because Intel CPUs get hot quick. And if I had another cooler, I legit just tested to figure it on out. But the problem is I don't. So like you have like two options right now. I can hold on to the PC till tomorrow to go by Best Buy, pick up a cooler, switch it on out, and see if that what does it. Or the second option is you can take it back with you today, wait till tomorrow morning, grab a different cooler, and then maybe replace the motherboard. If you got it from Micro Center just today, you probably have a warranty on the motherboard. So you should be able to easily just exchange it and get something else or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you want to do. This is just so cooked. Using the right header? Yeah, using the right header, yeah. I have it legit on the CPU fan header. I'll try one more thing real quick. I'm going to just do one more thing to see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back on and just move some cables around. I want to test something, because there's also one other thing I can think of. Let me put this on first. Is there even enough thermal paste in here? Oh, this is like gunk stuff. It's so hard to get out. Yeah. I got that. I'm going to try one more thing real quick, chat. Maybe the cooler is fine. I want to see if I just move it. Because maybe that plugging it into the daisy chain is not a good idea. That could be a possibility, like we're on one of the daisy chains, is not right. I want to at least get the PC, like the work, stable for him. So that way he has something to hold off till tomorrow about the motherboard. So you might be right. Maybe the fan connection is not correct. Maybe it doesn't like the daisy chain I plug it into. Because that's how I have it set up right now. So I want to see if I switch it. Will it do it? Ah, it's so annoying, man. I hate when things don't want to work the way they should. Alright. So let me find the pump one. Okay, so it is this one right here. I'm going to find where you're feeding to. Your feed here. Wait a minute, is that the reason why? No shot. Oh, chat, I think I figured out the reason why. I'm just stupid. I'm just really, really dumb, if I think what it actually is. Hold up. Am I actually just that dumb? No freaking shot. If this is what I think it is, I'm going to be so mad. Because I wasted so much time. Alright, let's see if this works. I'm going to be so pissed if this is actually what I think it is. Why is this so much? I gotta really reorganize these cables and label them properly. Oh, what was that? What was that? Sorry, okay. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. If this is actually what I think it is, I'm so mad. Huh? Yeah? You shut down? No? Good sign. CPU temp error? Feels cool? Way too cool. Wait, hold up. Oh my god, I'm so mad at this. Oh, what? Wrong one. This is our computer. I don't even have it booked in. Okay, wait. You know, chat, I might just be really stupid. And I am so annoyed at myself that actually this was the case. Yeah, I'm dumb. That's dumb on my part, dude. That's so annoying. Okay, I figured out the issue. I didn't have the pump even plugged in for some reason. I thought I did, but I didn't. Oh my god. I'm so mad. I am legit so mad at myself. It's actually insane. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so good news. I'm just really dumb, and I didn't realize the pump was not plugged in for some reason. I thought I plugged it in, but I didn't. So CPU temps are fine. The cooler is good. I'm just dumb. That's my B. The RGB is perfect. Everything's good there. So the only thing I'm looking into now is the GPU situation. I'm going to see one more time if maybe the temps were just affecting it. Alright. Okay, so the temps right now, chat, here, I'll show you guys the temps. So CPU right now 32, motherboard 23. That's good. That's very, very good. Okay, we're gonna try removing the GPU back up. I'm actually so mad. Dude, that's so annoying. Put this down. I'm just gonna put this down there, put that down there. I'm really annoyed at myself, chat. I can't believe that was the reason why. I'm just so, dude. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, hopefully that was the issue. That was the issue. Yeah, 100% the issue, man. I want to figure out now the GPU situation. I'm trying to figure this next. I should get my guy back up here. Get in. Yeah, let me get my guy back up here and see if he can plug in the GPU you did last time, because I don't know how you do that. Shit. Hey, yo, can you come upstairs 1 second? I just need help with something.
Sure.
Thank you. Alright. You guys messaging me like crazy on Facebook now? Which is either a really good or bad sign. Yeah. I am actually, though, really mad at myself, though, Chad, that, like, that was the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I can't believe I messed it up. I don't even want to make the whole video now because how bad that was. You know what I'm saying? Frick me, man. YouTube's not gonna like me when I curse, you know what I'm saying? YouTube does not like that. Yeah, I'm just waiting for my guy to come upstairs to test this. Expectations versus reality video? Maybe. I don't know. I might make a video, be like, make the video and just like post it, be like, oh yeah, and I forgot this and that. Like, I don't know. The problem is I didn't record all the camera angles. Oh wait, hold up. I might have just did. By accident. How long was this recording for? Oh shit. Hold up. All videos. Multi. Oh, that's just 40 seconds. Wait, that was 15 minutes. Okay. What I'll probably do is just take the stream, cut down to be like, it's like 3 hours long. I'll just make it into like a 6 or 8 minute video, and for the work channel, and just like, just voiceover, something like that. I think that's gonna be the play. Maybe a mixture of like anything and voiceover. Alright, we're gonna try to do the GPU one more time because I want to test something. Because I fixed the CPU, I fixed the crashing. The CPU just, the pump wasn't plugged in because they have the pump wasn't plugged in. Okay, let me push this down. Let's try this real quick. Hey, you got it? Yeah, it felt like that one. It's in. Okay, let me screw it on down to test. Screwed all the way down. This one is in here. Oh, so annoying. I figured out the CPU was crashing because I didn't plug in the pump, and I thought I did, which was annoying. I wasted so much time thinking why it was crashing like that, which is stupid. Nope. Dumb. Because maybe what was happening is the pump was affecting the top PCIe slot.
Could be.
Like a bifurcation thing to the chipset.
It came on before, right? And then it popped off.
Oh yeah, that was the second slot.
No, it was the first slot.
Was it?
Yeah.
What's this? What's that? See, no picture of the top slot, which is weird.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's just not happening.
Yeah.
And it's not turning off now.
Yeah, so definitely the top slot, something's wrong with that. But the bottom slot works fine.
Okay.
All right, thanks, dude. I appreciate you.
Sure.
Okay, well, we got the piece to work, chat. Like, the PC build is done, but be honest with you, I'm not happy with it just because the top slot's not working. Like, that's a huge performance loss. If it was any other kind of motherboard, like, if it was a Pro Art, that second PCIe slot runs at by 16 Gen 5 speeds, but if both slots are full, it runs by 8. Since this is not a high bifurcation board, that bottom slot is like significantly worse. I'm gonna look though to see if the other one runs by at least full by 4. Real quick, because I want to see if we can figure this one out. Asus gaming motherboard, and I just want to see what the bifurcation is across the thing. Because if the third slot is by 4, that's still good enough. Tech specs. Bifurcation, chipset, slots. Okay, so the first slot. Okay, here. Let me just pull up this in PC part picker real quick. So it looks like this third slot is actually the by 4 one. Z3. Oh, that's why I'm not. Oh, shit. Z390. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Let's see. So the third. Okay, wait. The second and third slot run by 4. Oh, damn. Oh, actually, all of them run by 4. Okay. So it might not be a big performance loss. There might be some. Okay. Okay, I forgot this is Intel. Intel platform is slightly better for their bifurcation. Okay, I'm gonna just tell the customer we're good. Okay, so I got some good news and got some bad news. The first good news is the PC works perfectly fine, but we're using the second slot, which is the bad news. The good news on top of the second slot, though, since this is Intel, which I completely forgot, their bifurcation is better than AMD, just for some things. It's actually running by 16 by 4, so it isn't the full by 16. But by 4 is still good. It's not going to be crazy. Like, just game with it for the time being today. Use it for work. And then you can switch out the motherboard. If you have a warranty, then you can just bring it back to me and do your thing. And then if you're good, I can meet you up within the next, like, 30 minutes. Alright. I got to find the freaking silver screw now, wherever that one went. Okay, so the good thing is it's running by 16 by 4, not by 16 by 1. If it was by 1, it kind of suck. So the bifurcation isn't awful, this at the very least. It just sucks that I have to remove both these pieces here. That got just annoying. Unfortunate, but not the worst thing. Okay, let me turn this off, move the GPU down, and then we're chilling. Well, chat, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, dealing with my suffering and my pain with this build. This build went way longer than it should have. Usually a build for me would take around an hour 30 to 2 hours long. This one was like a 3-hour build. Yeah, would the first slot also be 16 by 4? No, the first slot on your PC is always by 16 by 16. So most people, most slots will have by 16 by 16. So just imagine it as like, shit. Okay, so here imagine my screwdriver. This is my screwdriver. This is the 16 by slot. So this is the full bandwidth of your GPU, right? The most potential possible. Like, this is overkill in most instances, and that's why we want it. But by 16 by 4, instead of like this, it's like this. You see what I'm saying? It's only a quarter, half the slot. So usually, so by 8 would be like this, which is still really good. Like, this is plenty if you're doing 2 GPUs. And then by 4 is like this. So the bandwidth potential is not great. Now, of the PC, the GPU in itself is like, I'm not gonna get too technical with it, because long story short, Buy 16 by 4, Gen 4 is like, this is good. The Gen 5 is awesome. Then you have buy 8 at Gen 5 speeds would be the same as 16 by 4, which is amazing. But buy 4 in itself is just like, if this is what I'm thinking it's probably Gen 4 speeds, which is still great, but you might lose like 80 to 60 FPS consistently. That's the thing with this. And if it's buy 1, it's like, holy shit. You see that? You see how small a gap is for that much data transfer? Not a lot. You're saying, like, this is still good, but it isn't by 8, and it isn't by 16. So he's not going to get the full potential of his GPU. He'll still be able to game on it more than, hopefully, happily. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me and helping me out and trying to figure out these issues, because, like, I'm not going to lie, I probably would have spent another hour on this. Having you guys chat were clutch. You guys are legends, okay? Thank you again. Ready? Thank you again, Aton. I think Aton called out some stuff. And also, thank you again. Who was the other person? Somebody else called it out. Oh, yeah. Soul called it out. So, all of you guys who provided feedback, you guys are absolute legends. Same thing to you, Z. And same thing to you, Mint. Mint, you're clutch. And also, thank you for the drink, Mint. I actually did need that. And so I'm waiting for the customer to get back to me. He's not read my most recent Facebook message. So while he takes a second to do that, I'm going to move this down. Fortunately, there's no way for me to test this GPU. I'd like to test the PC real quick, but that is just not the case. And I got to figure out where the heck that other screw went. I'm gonna need a drink after this, because that was painful. Just to say the very least. I don't have the right screw, but I can use this temporarily. Okay, what? Find this. This is jank. I'm using the motherboard screws to hold it down. Because I can't find that one silver screw. I had a silver screw, and I'm just like, bruh, where the hell did it go? Where did that go? Make sure she goes in the spot. I also will make sure they enable XMP one right here. They're using the motherboard screws to hold down the GPU. We don't tell anyone, okay? We don't tell the customer. No one talking about it, okay? No snitches. We have no snitches here. F1. We're gonna do. I'm gonna manually set the RAM. AI Twinker. No. Is this it? That's not it. DRAM frequency. 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. What? What? What did I just click? I didn't. Bro. Okay. Exit. Alright, you just messaged me. He says, gotcha. I only have to work a few hours in the morning. I can do it in the office. You can pull the motherboard and do a swap up micro tomorrow in Micro Fairfax. We can pull the motherboard and do a swap of micro in Fairfax tomorrow. I don't know. It's just hey. I don't know, let me message this customer. So this is what we'll do tomorrow, is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand you the PC tonight so you can at least use it for your work and do whatever you need to with it. Then what's going to happen afterward is that you just go to Microsoft in the morning, get the motherboard, get a replacement motherboard, do whatever you need to. Then I can meet you at the Starbucks, because the Starbucks has a power outlet. I double check there. And my portable setup, that way I can test it for you and we can just get the boot. Sound good? Also, I got the RAM enabled, so now I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on here. Now press F1 to enter the BIOS, okay? Fan speed detected error. Please ensure the CPU coolers are not connected properly. They're connected, that's fine. CPU fan is dropping the lower limit. Simply set it to ignore. The BIOS persists. What? Can I not just load the PC, please? What is going on here? That's fine. I just want to load the PC. Why am I not able to just exit and save? I don't want to mess with any BIOS things. Just load up the PC. Take me into Windows. I want to see the boot drive at least. Okay, it's giving me the same issue. I'm just gonna try moving the power connection for the fans to for the pump somewhere else. Kipper, you're like in a terrible spot, bud. My dog is legit in the worst spot possible. Where is this? There should be another fan connection here, right? What in the heck? Yeah, there's a fan connection right there. Okay, I want to move this just for the time being. Okay. Hold up. I'm gonna plug it directly into the board at this point. Oh my god, this is gonna be a... Okay. No, mind. We'll be able to plug it in right here. We'll do everything right. Hopefully I don't actually have to uninstall the cooler real quick. Uninstall the cooler temporarily for a second, that would suck. Okay, I might have to undo that real quick. That's in a terrible spot. Actually, wait, hold up. Do that. Also, who thought it was a good idea to put some of like these pump connections like in a weird spot? Like some of them are just like in the middle of the board for cable management. It doesn't look great, but hey, what the judge? What am I to judge, I guess? Yeah, I just want to see if that does it. I'm gonna take, what is it? Where's this connection? It's that, that's fine. Alright. Yeah, that RGB's not on now. Whatever, I just want to see if at least gets in the windows. I want to see if maybe like the connection is just weird. Why can you not go in the BIOS? Why, like, you keep going into the BIOS. Okay, fan speed detection. If the problem is something hard in the BIOS, this problem will persist. Be sure that your CPU cooler is probably mounted. Yeah, it's fine. The CPU fan header. Is there dropping the CPU's fan speed lower limit, or simply ignore it? It's because of that. I don't think it would be because of that, would it? Okay. I wonder. That's actually like a weird thing with Intel CPUs. Okay, now I'm running another weird issue. I'm gonna try something real quick. Dude, I don't know why I'm having so many issues with this stupid PC. Yeah. Alright. So what I'm gonna do. Damn, I put way too many screws in this. If this doesn't do the thing I think it will, then I am going to be not happy. At least when I get in the windows before in this stream. I'm just not sure why it's acting so weird. Also, I'm going to put half the amount of IO screws to cooler because I'm not just going to like do that again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna temporarily move the cooler, and then I'm gonna plug the CPU fan connection into the top one, because that's where the top one's at. I'm just going to see if maybe the BIOS doesn't like it when it doesn't, like, this would be weird if it's actually the thing I'm thinking of. It doesn't like it when the CPU fan pump is not connected into the CPU fan. If that is actually the case, that'd be so random. Like, but why though? You know what I'm saying? You know, I was hoping to play some Apex by now and enjoy my quiet night, but nothing can be easy. This is definitely the most annoying build I've done, 100%. This is the PC build that's probably giving me the most issue I've had in quite a while. So we unplug this. So I see CPU with that. I see CPU fan. Okay, here's CPU fan. We'll plug this directly in there. Now I'm gonna be curious to see if this actually makes a difference. No, probably not. If this does work the way I think it will, that's gonna be so stupid. Yeah, I'm only gonna put 2 screws for the time being, just to see if this does the thing I think it will. Alright, let's just see. I almost chopped my finger off. That would have been funny. I had my finger in there for a second. I felt that. I was like, woo. Is it going to do that stupid thing where it's going to say, oh, CPU thing's not working right? Wow, that is so dumb. That is so dumb. Okay. What? But why? But why? Okay, chat, I got to show you this. This is so... I don't even know how to describe this. Oh, hold up. You can just use mixed. Okay. No, not mixed. I'll just use the right side one. Shit. Okay. So... I need to share this with you guys because this is insane. So for some reason, I'm not sure why, but if you don't plug the CPU fan connection on this motherboard, the BIOS does not boot. It does not like it. Like, I had everything plugged in perfectly fine. There should be no reason for anything acting weird. But when I don't have it plugged in the CPU fan, it acts dumb. Like, really dumb. Like, does not want to work. So I have to plug it in the CPU fan for it to even boot properly. Oh, why? I don't know, man. I just don't understand why. Okay, whatever. It's fine. It works now. Okay. So PC's good. We're chilling for the time being. I'm gonna have him tomorrow. Go by Micro Center. Switch out the motherboard. I'm gonna reinstall the motherboard and get a different board installed. And I'm just gonna recommend him to get a different board altogether. Either get a replacement board or you can get a new board together. Up to him. So I'm going to shoot him a message, just let him know, like, hey, let me know when you're heading over or something like that. But thank you guys again for hanging out with me, chat. I appreciate you guys. You guys are cool. Thank you for everyone for the feedback. I will be live later tonight doing some Apex Ranked and probably playing Pokemon. So if you guys want to hang out with me when I'm on Twitch later here, then feel free to drop by. If not, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you later, okay, for our next stream. See you, chat. Have a great night.